Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the first game of the new year, Zodiac. Now, before we jump into the action, we have a few short announcements we have to make. Since you're chilling in the chat, do you mind putting in the commands for me, please? The first that we have to announce, which I still have to fucking update. How did I not do that in 2 weeks? Open slots. I run games Tuesday through Sunday. I run at least 2 slots every single day. Oh, hey, Jason Kirk, how are you today? I run at least 2 games every single day, with more that are potentially going to be expanding in the future. However, my time slots are not specifically spoken for unless the game is currently in progress. If somebody wants to start a game earlier, I can do that. But none of my games can run any later than 11:30-ish because noise ordinance. I'm a loud person if you haven't noticed. But yes, we have D&D slots here for anybody who wants to jump in on the fun and joining any of our games. I'm a full-time professional dungeon master. Oh, D&D withdrawal? I'm sorry, buddy. It's really unfortunate. I was D&D'd out, so I took 2-week break and now I'm ready to jump back in it. I'm excited for this. But outside of that, we also have a different option where people who cannot play in the games still want to support the players or support what we do here, where you can D&D donate, where you give a little bit of money. It's D&D donate, no capitals. Where you give a little bit of money and you get to affect the game in a minor to a little bit more than minor way. You can give somebody an inspiration. You can give me an inspiration in order to fuck with a specific player if you want. You can donate to have an item given to a player as well, and you can also decide on an encounter or have an NPC generated and thrown at the party. They could be friend, they could be foe, they could be other, they could just be random and unassuming, who knows? All at my discretion, of course. You are not giving the deck of many to anybody. It does not exist in my world. Period, end of sentence. Outside of that, I don't think there's any more announcements I care to make.
There's one more.
One more?
If they just want to join in the one-shots.
Yes! If you do wish to join in on any of the one-shots that we are going to try to do a lot more consistently starting this new year, all you have to do is be on the Patreon at any tier. As long as you are inside of it, you'll be gaining access into our community, our private Discord server that only patrons have access to. We are not an open community to anybody joining there. I like to facilitate and make sure that it's a very open-minded and caring community of people who can act like decent human beings. I do not want people who are jerk-offs and assholes jumping in, so no, it's not going to happen. But yeah, if you want to join in on any of our one-shots that I will be starting to schedule and I have to write onto my calendar, thank you for reminding me, Sin, you're more than welcome to do that. All you have to do is joining on to the Patreon. But outside of that, I don't think there's anything else I really need to go over. So I have the right page open on my book. I have my dice right here. How about I tell you all what happened last time, a couple of weeks ago, here in Zodiac. Where we last left off, you were rummaging through the chambers of an ancient brown dragon, a legendary creature that to most of the world are unknown. They are very large, unassumingly powerfully built but slender in face and contortion type dragons that breathe out a breath that has a razor-like speed to it that can shatter and shape mountains. You found this ancient dragon, and instead of ensuing a battle against it after losing quite a bit of your resources on the mountainside against it, you decided that might be easier to help it with something for waking it from its slumber and then escaping. Now, when she brought you down to her lair, she showed you that apparently the den for all of her eggs has been corrupted. Hey, Hocus Pokey Hoax Spokodokes. Thank you for the subscription. Really appreciate that. But as you went down there into her lair, you found that she had all of these dragonborn or draconic heritages. That didn't seem exactly right. She informs you that they're all abominations in her mind, and the chambers where the eggs are supposed to be have been corrupted long ago, and she doesn't understand why. So she tasked you with something very simple. Go down there into her chambers and figure out what is corrupting it and stopping it. Since you have somebody who seems incredibly intelligent and learned, they thought that that should be reasonable for you to get accomplished. Now, you all went down there, and the first thing you notice in this room is some of the breath that happens from the creatures. The smoothness of the walls echoes and ricochets it to the point where it's blindingly fast, very difficult to dodge out of the way of, and will periodically cut and pierce through sections of your body, harming you very minorly, but enough that it makes it uncomfortable to focus on anything down here. Every now and again, getting stung by a wasp might make your life a bit difficult to, work on a project. I think it's pretty reasonable. So, you all traveled around down there, killing a few of these infinite dragons that seemed much more feral than the other ones, as you did, and you managed to find a hidden away little compartment, thanks to Lucian's key eye for fine details in magic. You traveled down there and you found a tiny little alcove that you all, well, some of you teleported into and others rammed into like a giant bull in a china shop, where you discovered that there was a slightly animated carcass, a falling apart skeleton of one of these dragon kin, who apparently made a deal with a very large, very ominous being. One that you all later found out was one of the Lords of the Hell, that you might have had a direct confrontation with a long time ago. Some of you less direct, but very confrontational with him still. Looking at you, Glacies. So, when you tried leaving from that area, you destroyed the skull of this tiny little dragonkin, and in doing so, a portal opened up where we celebrated a little one-shot for the holiday, where you guys all got to kill the Klaus, who was going out and apparently capturing the only good-hearted people in all of Zodiac, and enslaving them and using them for some type of ritual that none of you really understood. You killed him, walked away with a triumphant weapon at your disposal, Glacies, and you all got teleported back. Now, as you land heavily outside of that room on the ground, you look around. Your one ally is gone. The large, fully plated tiefling that was with you all before. You don't see them anywhere. However, you do still see the one dragonkin. Inspiration to anybody who remembers his name? Go ahead. Just say it. Just say it.
It's Clive.
Ha.
Damn it, I was muted.
Got it.
So was I.
Oh, and also, hi, Hocus. Drago. Oh, hi, Drago. Clive. Clive is sitting down there looking very scared and kind of shaking, looking at each of you as you land through, looking like complete and utter shit from the grueling fight that you just had with the Klaus. You all stretch upwards, look around, and Clive looks up and goes, hello?
Oh, hi.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Understatement.
Yeah.
So, the fuck?
Are we just outside the chamber now?
Yes, you are.
I want to start casting Detect Magic so I can see if the desecration is still there.
Okay. My mother is very upset right now.
Ah, you can tell.
He looks up, and at this point, you hear the echoing, boisterous voice booming through the entire chambers as she's screaming, "You dare enter my chambers? You insignificant swine!"
Wait, what? I thought we were invited in the chambers.
Oh, she's not yelling at you.
Oh. Okay.
Clive, why don't we see what happened?
Okay.
Don't worry, you'll be right behind me. I'll die first.
Yes, you will. So, you go upstairs. Anybody else joining them? Okay.
I'll go with
Yeah, I'll go along.
All right. You all,
Something else is going on.
all head upstairs in a hurry, still battened and bruised from the excruciating fight that you all just had to suffer from. However, as you arrive to the top, you see this huge gargantuan dragon over top of an individual who is standing there very non-moved by it, staring up at it with a cocked head. They have a slightly distorted looking mask, but you know what, Sin, why don't you describe the rest of your character for us?
So, Grim is coated in this bluish adamantine armor, a flowing cape, which looks tethered, but still intact, like those tethers were intentional. His cold demeanor emanates this frigid, condescending look of, and your point is, as he looks up at the dragon and goes, "You're the one that committed the atrocity.
I've committed
You're the one
nothing.
that should be punished."
And she reaches her maul up and echoes through the chamber. Glacies, you recognize this individual.
Oh. Luciphon. I would probably talk to Nobu about it, but that's it. Sorry.
Do I happen to see Glacies out of the corner?
Well, you heard everybody charging up, and you turn your gaze, and you see the Slayer right there.
How is this thing not dead right now?
I didn't want to kill everyone else. They weren't about it, especially the bull. He made it a nice piece
He has
of artwork.
committed atrocities.
She? The dragon glares down at you.
Don't make me have to neuter you.
She's already quite neutered.
I believe the term is spade.
She turns over towards you, Glacies. Is this yours?
From what I've been told, he was supposed to meet us here.
Sorry to interrupt. There's a large development in your egg chamber.
What? She steps over top and lands on the ground past Grim.
I'm very sorry to say, but Levistus, whoever that is, I don't know, has opened a portal to a frozen dimension. I don't know. Ask her, and I point to Glacies.
I look up at the dragon and I go, "So you were in league with Levistus?"
No! That
She-
abominable creation has never been my companion.
I can clarify the situation. Her spawn. And I take out what's left. No, wait, the disintegrated everything.
Yeah, there's nothing left.
Yeah. the bone dust.
None of you happened to catch his name, did you?
Cleve Jr.
No. It was the skeleton was humanoid with a very elongated draconic face.
It had a big head.
Yes, he was apparently weaker physically and smarter mentally than your other spawn.
And that spawn?
So your child is the one working with Levistus?
Make a strength
Was.
saving throw real quick, Grim.
Was.
What'd you get?
22?
Okay, turn off Whisper.
Yep, I
Um,
just did.
So 22 would have been good if it did not roll a 36 on its flick against you. You go flying backwards and crash against one of the large pillars as it... This is a gargantuan dragon, by the way.
I hesitate to say this.
You
but
suffer
have it
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's fine. I just get back up and start walking back towards her.
My spawn made really shitty decision.
No
I hope
shit.
it's destroyed properly.
coming. Yes, our magical friend disintegrated it.
Good. Then are my chambers
So
cleared?
This is already being punished.
We haven't determined whether they're cleared or not. We just... Upon his destruction, some sort of portal opened up, and we got sucked into Levistus' realm. We have just returned after fighting our way out of there, dealing with some other things. I'm not entirely certain that what we did ended the corruption. I was about to investigate further, and then I heard the commotion, and we all came up here.
I apologize. I don't usually take kindly to individuals walking into my chambers like they own the place. Looks back down at Grim.
It's understandable.
Well, as an envoy from the Hells, Levistus will be punished for his crimes. And
Good.
seeing as your spawn has been destroyed.
I'm sorry, what the fuck are you?
I'm a harbinger.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, I thought you looked weird. Glacius.
So I read that whole book about hell. Does that term mean anything to me?
Roll me a religion check, please.
I was hoping it would be history.
Not that lucky.
Alright. Religion. Oh, it's still intelligence.
Yeah, you're still smart.
16.
Harbinger was a term you only heard once. It is closely associated with somebody who is an acting authority for one of the rulers of hell. Most of the time, terms like that are associated with Arrheniuses or Baelors, but there are exceptions for other creatures and creations like that. In fact, as you're looking at him, I think you have a high enough passive that you would see the symbol of Luciphon emblazoned on the armor that he's wearing.
And there's also an insignia of Zariel.
Yeah. Well, that one he wouldn't understand. Glacies would, but he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Can Glacy say that loudly and very kind of bitch-like?
Say what loudly? And of course, she can say anything bitch-like. Just say it.
Oh, awesome. She's gonna say to Nobu, well, usually when kids make bad decisions, it's because of poor parenting.
I'm not the only one getting flicked, probably.
Make a strength save, Glacies. You have a
before
lot
that
less hit
happens,
points.
before that happens, I believe Elias tries to direct everyone out of the line of fire.
Oh, there's no fire yet. It's just a flick.
No. A giant finger is going to
24.
out of space.
As you turn to go say that, you go flying backwards and land against one of the pillars, suffering 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm down, guys.
That's why you don't talk shit with 2 hit points.
Have you met
I
Glacies?
just walk over to Glacies, grab her by her scruff, and I go, "Alright, you foolish one. Let's get you outside."
Gabby,
You're muted if you're trying to say anything.
Gabby, could you do the bada bing bada boom thing?
You mean Firestorm?
No, healing.
Oh, yeah.
Glacies is currently unconscious, bleeding out from being flicked.
And I'm dragging her outside of the cave slowly.
Hey, hold on. Come here. I'll put 1 point of healing hands on her.
Wait, You don't control healing hands. You just use
Is it all or none?
It's all or none, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll use 14 then.
Okay, yeah. So, as he touches you, you come back with 14 hit points. Or she touches you.
As you're being dragged off.
Really,
What-
Glacies?
What's going on? What happened?
You just
Your
got knocked
mouth.
off
You're
the
going
dragon.
outside.
Your mouth is what happened.
One moment before you
Oh.
all leave. I need to know my chambers are safe.
Well, as I said, we haven't determined that yet.
Then go determine it. We had a
Alright.
deal.
Hey, I understand. I just heard
Elias
angry
starts
dragon.
jogging-
I needed to see what was going on.
Elias is jogging down the stairs.
Elias and Lucian being the two with the most wisdom right now.
I'm just gonna take this insolent one outside for a moment, if that's okay with you.
It
Mitch.
is not.
I don't want her rude mouth to anger you anymore.
Well, that's fine. It's easily ripped off.
I didn't say anything that wasn't true.
Elias jogs
just
up the
get
stairs
you.
again.
As you are being strong-armed by all of your companions and drugged downstairs. Glacies is the white bitch at a bar who just needs to fight someone. You get back down there. Lucian, you being the first, as you start ritually casting and bing. You sense the desecration lingers, but it seems to be drawing its power, or attempting to draw its power to no source of, through no source that it seems to be able to grab.
So it's sort of an after echo, but it is not able to
It's
continue its work.
It is still in effect, the necromantic nature of it. But
It's a bucket of water.
think of it more as a sink being dripped with water that lost access to the plumbing. It's just taking the very
So
little
a
bit of
bucket of
water
water.
that is just dripping through. The battery is dried up.
The gateway is closed. The necromantic energy is leaking out.
Correct. Where the energy is going to go, you have no idea. But,
Yeah, so the things are still going to be all screwed up.
well,
I guess.
currently, roll an Arcana check.
$21.
Okay. By your estimate, this amount of necrotic energy that was being siphoned in through that dead body into this room will probably take the better part of a year to siphon fully. The lingering essence seems to just be pulsating, dragging whatever it can and recycling the energy and leaking out further and further outside of this span. That necromantic magic is being leaked somewhere, and you know that might be a problem for somebody. But as of now, it's 1 year before these chambers will be safe and fine.
Okay, so I think I misunderstood. I thought that the desecration was still siphoning, but it wasn't going where it used to be going. This is just energy that hasn't been transported into the other plane yet, and it's sort of leaching away, and it will resolve itself in about a year.
Correct.
Okay.
There is a small hole in a bucket of water.
The
Yeah.
hole is leaking.
Well, at first I thought that you were saying that, well, it's not going to where it was going, but it's still getting sucked and, like, it's going somewhere. So, okay, at least this way we know. It'll be a little time, but it'll work itself out.
However, you also, on a 21, realize this is probably going to be a problem for somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
Magic like this does not just disappear. It finds a way.
Death finds a way.
Is there any way... Do I think that I could gather it for myself?
Rephrase the question.
Well, could I set something up and have it?
He wants to siphon it to something.
Well, if I set up some sort of way to gather the energy instead of leaking somewhere random, like draw
Put a
it into
sponge
like
in the bucket of water.
a gem that'll turn into an augment in a year or something. I don't know.
You can try.
My bucket of water analogy is working.
You can certainly try, but there are a few requirements in order to do something like this. You would have to first find a powerful enough object that could house this much necromantic energy. Keep in mind, these chambers took you roughly 5 minutes to walk from one end to the other, and that was just one side of it. So it's a lot of energy, so you need a conduit for it all to siphon into, and then you would have to perform your ritual inside of the room, which you know is going to be incredibly painful and long-winded.
Okay, it's probably not worth the effort.
But you can certainly try. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying.
I was just sort of thinking like, I don't know.
Hero, if I give a host body for the necromantic energy to go into, would it infuse into that necromantic entity?
That is not the nature of this necromancy. This necromancy is more of distortion of life, less than corruption of death. Yeah.
So we put a couple of human sacrifices in there.
There's dozens of them in there currently. Humanoid sacrifices, that is.
Your first option would be to cleanse this place.
Which that would take a team of clerics to accomplish.
It's cleansing itself slowly over a year.
Yeah, but a team of clerics could get it done quicker.
I don't think that dragon wants a team of clerics down here.
Depends on their
religion. Then it's
religion.
going to need to go find a summer home.
We worship the almighty dollar. You are welcome here.
Yes.
Alright, well, we basically did what we could, and we can inform her what the situation is.
So you head on back upstairs, informing her of the situation. What do you tell her?
We were
fixed
successful in stemming the constant drain of corruption from your children and eggs.
Good.
It does seem that there is a significant amount of energy that has already been drained out in the surrounding rock, and it is, instead of being drawn to Levistus, it is slowly leaching into the surroundings. The chamber should be fully cleansed in about a year, but
or you can expand
the
and just
energy
obliterate it.
could have unforeseen consequences on others in this area. I'm not entirely certain. But the ritual and the draining of your offspring has stopped.
Roll a persuasion check.
Use that inspiration from knowing Clive's name on that one.
Good call.
Persuasion.
Oof.
Clive is in the background giving a thumbs up.
Big 8.
Nice.
She leans over top
Confident 8.
of you. A confident 8. Sure. She leans over top of you, looks at each and every one of you very, very detailedly, and begins sniffing. Well, if I find out that you lied, I know you're sent. I will find you and destroy whatever place you call home.
Clive,
Fair
you can
enough.
vouch for us, alright?
Clive looks and goes, he did a magic thing, that's all I know.
Oh,
Look,
After
if you
everything
we don't
we
want
did
the
to
necromantic
Clive,
energy that's residing in your cavern to exist. There are 3 options. You can find a summer home for a year to lay your eggs.
That doesn't work.
Yes. There is the second option. You have one of my contacts come in with some clerical people, and they cleanse the necromantic residual energy, as well as gather it for evidence to use against Levistus in a court of hell. Or you take out that entire section of the cave completely and remove any residual rock that has been contaminated.
If you understood more about the significance of that cave, I would care more about your opinion. But, alas.
You wanted honesty. I gave it to you.
He's not wrong.
Roll a
I
persuasion.
could also.
I want to roll intimidate.
It's persuasion.
I'm being as condescending and honest as I can, and I'm looking at her like, you don't want the truth? You're an idiot.
It's still persuasion because you're trying to convince them that what you are saying is truthful and honest.
Intimidation only really works as one thing.
Can I use my
Intimidating
inspiration
tone.
I earned last week, Jiro?
Last week? You weren't here last
Since
week.
I'm no longer in that game?
What? Oh, the inspiration that I gave you for that stupid pun. Yes, I'll allow it.
Puns are universal.
Yes. Punspirations are universal.
25.
She turns and looks over
It's almost natural.
at Gabriella. Could clerical guidance fix this?
It's possible.
Fine. When you're done playing with your merry band of adventurers, invite a coup between me and your leaders. But if you say this will only take a year, I don't mind waiting a year. That's a negligible amount of time.
Like I said, it's
Yeah.
in the rock.
That's fine. Get them in contact with me and we will discuss it further. But
Very well.
all of you can get the hell out of my home.
If you wish, in a year's time, I could try to return and see if anything is, if this energy is causing any other issues for your broods.
Sure.
Alright. So if
Can I
you
have
see
a
me in
hug?
the future, just try not to kill me.
I'm going to use something, and it is because I got the book
Yeah.
and the trainer for the book, and the trainer is technically the similar nature to the one Sobek had. I'm going to have it relay the message back
Oh,
to
no,
Lucy.
no, no. That book is completely different.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. This is just a book that you read quickly, and that's it. Yeah.
As Gabriella says what she just said, I'm going to pick up Clive and just nudge Clive closer to Gabriella.
Clive looks at Gabriella very sheepishly and goes, "Do I have to?"
No, I want
Then
one
it-
from her.
She stares down at you. I can hug you with my breath if you want.
I do not. I just want a regular hug.
Then goodbye.
It'll be fun.
Roll persuasion.
I swear, half the time.
Can I use my inspiration for this session?
Sure.
And guidance.
And guidance.
I swear, if this is a nat 20.
The 27.
She reaches her gigantic finger, which is the size of you, down to you, and goes, "How about a shake?"
Well, it's almost as big as me, so I wrap my arm around it and just kind of nuzzle up against
She
it, like,
whips
oh.
you into the air and drops you back down.
Thank you.
This is why I hate mortal kind. Go.
I can understand your headache.
She gestures for you all to leave.
Elias has already started jogging off.
I look at Glacies and I tell her, we need to talk.
So, as you're all heading up, Nobu kind of stops and looks at Glacies and looks at him and looks at Glacies and goes, "Do you two know each other?"
Yeah, he's your new trainer, actually. You're gonna spar with him.
Excuse me?
Fiona told me.
Looks over at you, Grim, and Nobu just like steps up to you and like eyes you up a bit and goes, "I'm supposed to be able to learn from him."
Something like that. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. Like a good child would with good parenting.
Make a dex save. No, I'm just the entire chamber whiffs with the winds. So,
As we're leaving, I'm going to pick up a stone.
okay. Roll sleight of hand.
I'm not doing it like I'll tell the dragon. I was like, I will use this to teleport myself back in when the time comes.
It looks at the rock.
But not before I notify you. I will not just pop in without announcing my arrival.
Good. The next time I see any of you without warning, you all die.
Understandable. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Glacies, roll a perception check.
The dragon was looking at Glacies the entire time she said the word die.
There are several very interesting weapons, artifacts, augments, all behind that incredibly razor-sharp set of sheared rocks that surround her hoard.
Hey Gabby, I really feel you deserve a real hug from her.
Did you say you're going to give me a hug?
You know what? I will if you can get a real hug from this dragon. Just really get its attention.
You're being silly now. I get it.
Get a night's rest before you attempt that.
Damn it.
But-
Okay.
But you know her location. And you know her title, so keep that in mind. The Mountain Shaper.
And I have a rock from her lair, so I can teleport in here whenever I want with an associated object.
Sure. That rock is very
Of course,
close to her. That is
I
one of her
don't
favorite
plan-
rocks.
Well, it's from her lair,
Yeah.
so
Sure.
it'll help me not teleport into the middle of the air.
Hopefully.
If that's all it took, a scrap piece of my clothing could have worked.
Well, it has to be within 6 months, so...
Right. And you've been gone longer than that. But anyways, you slowly start walking up the spiral-like cavern that leads to the top section of this large mountain. And the hike itself takes you the better part of a week. Flying down here was quick and easy, but walking, it's tedious. However, after a week goes by, you all did manage to long rest
whole
in
week.
between.
Wait,
Yeah.
wouldn't we go fast? Because this is like favored terrain.
Okay, good point. It only took you between 3 and 4 days to get out. You still got a long rest.
During one of those rests, I need to talk to Glacies.
Alrighty. So the first evening, you sit down at the mouth of one of the caverns and start winding down for the evening. Go ahead.
So, Levistus has been trying to cheek his way out of his imprisonment. The help of the new allies he's incurred during this war I think you might know of one of them. They call themselves Tiny.
Oh. Yes. I do know one of them.
Yeah. Supposedly he's a really good mage.
What? Where? What? How did he get back into this? Not so
Well,
much.
thing is, he chose to betray his lord for a new lord, you know?
Hmm.
But, yours and my benefactor wants us to find the old seer on this mountain.
Would I know anything about Lushara, like Seer?
Not specifically. This is something, if you knew about this area, you might know about it. However, Elias, what's your passive perception?
13.
What?
13.
Well, that's really not that high.
No, I am a strength monk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way, sorry about the scraping sounds.
No problem. Roll a perception check, Elias.
Okay, then. That's performance.
Yep, not that one.
A 10.
Okay, cool. This conversation continues. Yeah, you don't know anything about that, Glacies.
So I was told specifically you were here to help me out and mostly train Nobu. Looks over
Why
at
would we
Nobu.
train something that incompetent?
He needs the training.
Nobu keeps doing his push-ups on the side.
No kidding.
Just, he switches between
Why did you
one-handed
leave that
push-ups.
thing alive?
It grows on you, kind of like cancer.
No, I mean that thing, and I point back the way we came.
Oh. I'm pretty sure it would have killed everyone else. And I need
And?
them right. We need them right now. Goals align. At the moment.
This is
I've
also...
never seen you hesitate in the slaughter of their kind before.
I had an opportunity, and I really wanted to take it.
Yeah, well, think he should have. But hey, if he's as good as a wizard as he thinks he is, he can bring you back, and then you can actually do the deed.
Hopefully.
But we need to find the old hag on this mountain range.
I don't know anything about that. But
And I show you the parchment that says we have to find her.
Yep. It's...
who's it signed by?
Yeah.
It is written by Luciphon, and it is officiated by Belial. As you know, Luciphon does not directly deal with Fierna, because he doesn't like her in the slightest.
Got it. Looks like always a catch. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Where is she? Or am I just sniffing her out? Is this how this is going?
Well, do any of them know this area well enough? If not, we're gonna have to sniff her out.
Monk was born near here.
He might be useful. Which one's the monk?
Who wants haggis?
The beefy looking one.
You look around at the party, which the average beefiness of this party is astounding. And then there's a bull.
Yeah.
And I look back at her with these cold, dead fish-like eyes, and I go, "Are you being literal or figuratively?"
Literal. I've never figured it.
Literal beef.
Yeah, it's both. He's the strongest and the most like a cow.
Who wants haggis?
Häagen-Dazs? Häagen-Dazs.
Gabriel,
I
I
just
think
toss
you'll
a
like
rock
this. It's
at
full
the
of
bull.
protein. I catch it.
Can Lacey see
Come
this
here.
happening?
Stop! You nearly made me drop my croissant.
Come here.
Yes, you do see this all happening.
I want to watch Gabby eat the haggis.
I'll give it a shot.
All right. First off, Elias, roll a survival check to see how good it was.
27.
All right. What the fuck is a haggis? I don't know. That's like
It's sheep meat along with
I love lamb chops.
yeah, it's
It's more
sheep
like
meat.
ground beef.
Yeah, but it's usually made with sheep.
Yeah, exactly.
Specifically, almost always mutton. So it's a bit tougher. It usually can have either just chunks of fat or pieces of onion in it, and then it's boiled. Nowadays, it's boiled in a specifically made little pocket of. It used to be made in a sheep's gut or liver.
I was hoping for traditional liver.
Probably. It's a traditional
Probably
time
traditional. I'm just trying to give an explanation of what it is.
period. Gabby, honestly, you've probably never had liver before, but the way the onions complement it, it's remarkably good. Like
So it's sheep liver and onions?
sheep liver and onions with ground sheep bits inside. And as disgusting as it sounds, on a fucking 27, it tastes really, really good.
You see, it's got a lot of protein in it.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Oh,
Lacey's
Right,
visibly disappointed.
Elias is going to look at the rock, look at Grim, toss it back at him. Not aggressively, just like, the fuck do you want?
Sure.
I just slap it and it smacks Glacy's.
Jesus Christ, this group.
Is this a game you guys play in hell?
Come here. She tells me you know this area.
I've been in hell for all of 5 seconds and I've already brought back a demon.
That tends to happen.
Alright, Grim, I think you called yourself Harbinger?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, first of all, can you talk like a normal goddamn person?
I am.
I'll take what I can get. What do you need? And I hand him a plate of haggis.
It smells remarkably good.
Do you know the old lady that lives on this mountain?
I can tell you about 2 people that are old ladies that live on the mountain. Human or not human?
Would he have given me a description of her, or no?
In his exact words, beautiful, piercing eyes with simple clothes and a very postured and well-kept demeanor. She would be reclusive.
She's a recluse, but she's prim and proper. But her eyes are like daggers.
Lacey's
She's known
just
as
in a
the deer.
airport.
I think that is signed for more haggis, and I hand her a plate. She's just staring at it, not even picking it up.
I mean, it's cooked. Why would she eat it?
I already ate.
Here you go, Nobu.
Nobu goes, "Oh, shuckers, fuck yeah!" He just starts digging in.
I've never met her long enough to know if she had dagger eyes. Yeah, I guess it matches one of the descriptions. She lives outside the monastery, technically speaking, but she's technically part of it. I could show it to you where it is. Why do you need to talk to her?
I need to relay a message to her. It's of great importance.
Alright then. Sure you don't want haggis?
I just look at him, still with those cold eyes.
After all that trouble I went through to hollow preserved sheep.
Nobu raises his hand, mouthful. I'll take it. I'll take it. Gabriella, you want seconds? Before I start thirds?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Alright, cool.
And I just looks a bit defeated. Half the party doesn't want it.
The other half fucking loves it, though, because they tasted it.
Seems alright.
Roll me a history check, Elias.
Here's open. Oh, not 18.
Pretty good. Comes out to a solid 18. So, one person went to go see this recluse woman. Since you've been born, without permission. The only thing you know about it is that person was evacuated from the side of the mountain and died upon impact.
Wait. he looks up from his crock pot. Wait. Weighing the options of he's being a dick too. I don't want anyone to die, honestly.
Also, let's call this an insight check. Call an insight check. If you think he's being a dick.
24.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, he is being a dick.
But not intentionally.
I wouldn't even go that far. He's very blunt, very forward, very direct.
It's his natural state of being.
Correct. He's not trying to be deliberately offensive. He just authentically doesn't care, and he seems to have a purpose he wishes to pursue over niceties, if that makes any sense.
Grim, Harbinger Grim, Mr. Grim, what do you want?
Grim is fine.
Alright, Grim. Can that wait a solid hour by the time we come to the monastery? I need to talk to the headmaster, or else you will be forcibly shot off the mountain.
Well, seeing as I have an official letter for her, it should give me the authority to see her. If you need to okay it, that's fine, but...
I'm not doubting the officialness of Hell's business. I'm just trying to look out for you.
Very well. You notice his gaze has not changed one bit.
It's a little creepy. So.
He just fucking takes up the crock pot.
After that fantastic little interaction, you all go to sleep, taking shifts, watching as per usual, and through the next few days, make it outside of the mountain. When you get onto the side, you are standing on a path that is unfamiliar to all of you. However, Glacies, you could navigate this terrain, as this is among some of your more favorite terrains, I believe.
Arctic?
Nah, it's
Mountains?
mountain. Nah.
It's Underdark.
Once you're outside, it's no longer Underdark.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's Underdark, snow, and desert.
Yeah, all really weird places.
Well, if there's snow on this mountain, you can traverse it.
It's not exactly...
Not technically.
Yeah, no.
And also, I'm pretty sure you only chose that because dragons.
Yeah.
No, so we went off my Zodiac sign Virgo to get Arctic. Desert was because where she found her first thing, she was looking in a desert. And Underdark because of being in Scorpio's lair for the pastime.
Yeah. But you're standing at the top of it. Elias, give me a survival check trying to figure out where the fuck you are.
And here's where I roll on that one.
Well, you could always ask somebody to help you or guide you if you want.
I could do it. I'm really good at that.
Well,
Weren't we like right near those? Like we were on a ledge facing another ledge that had like stairs carved into the mountain.
right, but learning how to get from this side of the mountain range to the complete opposite side of it is the difficulty of this. Glacies, would you like to
I thought
also
like
make
most
a
of us
check?
could fly.
Most of you. Not all.
I have a giant eagle.
Flying sounds like a good option.
Technically,
prefer
you
to
did better.
Technically
Sadly,
speaking.
you did better.
Sorry, I'm not a naturally survival-y character.
Yeah. You
Well, I do have proficiency. It's not my thing.
Right.
Yes.
Compared to a goddamn rogue. Ranger. But
I mean,
anyways.
A rogue anything is going to have ridiculous stats.
You know a fairly quick way to get from this side to the other side. However, Lucian suggests that you all can fly, which might honestly be a better option. Since you know the cliff that you need to go to is just right over there. It's about like a half a mile over there. It's not that far.
Grim, can you fly?
No.
Alright, hold on. And
How much weight can a giant eagle hold?
What's its strength?
I don't know.
Tell me that and I'll tell you.
It's that
I believe it's 18.
that magic figurine
Yeah.
that turns into a giant eagle.
No, you just look up the stats for a giant eagle.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Compendium.
So
If I remember correctly, it might be 20 or 18.
let's look up eagle.
Giant eagle.
It's 16.
Dang.
It can carry a good amount of weight, and it is size large, so it does have a larger carrying capacity. So probably around like it can fly with 400 pounds on its back. Yeah, I think that's how math works. Around 400-ish. So that is a quarter of Elias, or any
Half of
two
me.
party members other than Gabriella.
Yeah, because I'm like, with me and my gear,
Well,
I'm like 150.
yeah. So you
Fun
would have
fact,
to have
most
something.
of
All over.
So
most
you,
of Elias-
Glacies, in your gear could get over there.
Most of Elias's weight comes from Elias himself, not his gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabriella's like 350 pounds with her gear.
Yeah, I'm about the same ballpark. I'm wearing adamantine half plate.
Oh, adamantine makes it lighter.
Does
No,
it? I
that's
thought that was
mithril.
mithril. Adamantine's more
Adamantine,
durable.
it's more durable, but it is slightly lighter. Mithril is half. This is like 1/4 off the top. Like you're 3/4 the weight. So it is lighter than normal materials. Or else you wouldn't be able to maneuver as easily.
Elias is going to say, is it okay if I pick you up?
Me?
Yes.
I don't care.
Alright then, Elias tries to pick up Grim to see if he can lift him.
Easily. You count as a size category larger for lifting, pushing, and pulling.
And I have a 25.
Yeah, you lift him with one hand easily. He can sit in your palm.
Elias like, okay, I don't know how to do this gracefully. And he's going to throw him over his shoulder. And he's going to just like take like going up a height, what is that, a high step chair?
Mm-hmm. So,
And he's going to be walking on the air technically.
So as he easily manhandles you and tosses you over his hulking arm and shoulders, You remember the last time and the only time you were ever manhandled other than when the gargantuan dragon just flicked you and sent you flying 20 feet. It was when you sparred with Lucifon to see if you could be his sparring partner. You found out that you could not. But this beast seems to be as physically strong as he is. Congratulations, you guys now know Lucifon's strength score.
What, 21?
25.
It's the
25?
same as half of our party.
Yeah. So,
God, God
yeah.
damn.
yeah. They all chose the same item. They're like, I want to be strong.
Hey, to be fair, this is the only way I can make this archetype viable.
I'm not arguing it, man. It's
How
fine.
do you get a 25?
It's a magic item.
Is it?
Yeah. It's the build of
I
Frost Giant Strength.
Frost and
Oh.
Fire.
Yeah. But anyways,
I wish they had one for
that's 2 of them heading across the way.
Gonna look back.
All right, Glacius.
Lucian?
Thanks, Lucian. I love the bird.
All right, climb aboard.
Nobu walks over and goes,
You can fly. I've seen you fly.
Yeah, he's got the fly spell.
fine. Cast fly on him. Wait.
Shouldn't you be training right now with
Got
our
2
new
fly
friend
spells.
Grim?
I think 3.
1 second. Does
No,
he
2
actually
seconds.
have fly? Or
He
did
has
he
fly.
have
Used it the
featherfall?
last.
I thought he
time.
had featherfall. No, he has
No,
fly.
I was. Yeah.
And he cast it at 4th level.
But he's only got 2 spell slots.
Right, but he has to cast it at 4th level. So he looks at
Well,
himself.
how much does he weigh? He doesn't wear armor?
does.
He does. It just doesn't
Oh.
cover his chest because he likes showing off.
Okay.
So he's going to cast fly on himself and Gabriella.
Oh, good, because I don't think my wings could actually make it that far.
1 minute. Dash, 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 dash.
Oh.
So yeah, both of you lift off into the air. You have like a burning sensation on your back, almost like a propulsion of hot air pushing you forward when you focus on it. It's a little uncomfortable. It's not the same kind of heat you're used to. Nobu looks at you and goes, pretty cool, right?
I start like flipping upside down, like, whoa, this is a lot different than wings.
What are you talking about? It's the same for me. And he's just gliding over there, very relaxed, like kind of like splayed out like one of your French girls as he's flying.
Nobu, get to training with our new good friend Grim.
I can't while he's
Yes,
on
you
a
can.
bull ride.
Hey Nobu, how long does that last?
I don't know.
Alright, get in front of me.
Alright, we'll be fine. He
Hey.
looks from side to side and goes, I think like 5 minutes? I don't know. Glacies, let's hurry. And just starts zooming.
Hey, Jiro,
Yeah,
I am offended now
you are?
because you called me the Karen of the group.
Oh yeah, you just saw that?
Yeah.
Then you...
Oh, you can still train while I'm being called.
Sorry, gotta hurry. Looks back at you. Gabriella, are you gonna join us?
I'm coming.
Good. Then,
It's called dodgeball.
luckily,
You
fly
can dodge
last.
a beam. You can dodge a sword.
You start shooting at him in the sky.
Yes, and I'm intentionally missing by about a millimeter.
Okay. Still have to make your attack rolls on a natural 1. Re-roll, see if you hit.
There's a natural 1. And then you crit
Into
it.
a natural 20. So you, and he's like
That
flipping.
natural 20 probably went right next to the nut.
Oh, it's like roll your damage
For the natural one?
for the natural 20. Oh, 16. Luckily, he maintains concentration, and he and Gabriella do not fall out of the sky. But
Ugh.
you feel your wings like quiver for a moment as you're being propulsed through, and he goes, "Wait, she dies too."
Elias like speeds up a bit.
Okay. When you
Goes
do
up
that,
to-
nobody can keep up with you.
Since Elias positioned himself in between, so if one of them starts falling,
Mhm.
he can try and swoop in.
Mhm.
And he's just going to like, he's gonna look at Gabriella, outstretch a hand,
I'll grab on.
and he's just going to fucking, I guess you could say it's a magical ride.
Okay.
Just in case that fucker falls out of the sky.
So, in about 5 minutes or so, you make it to the other landing point that you all originally started on. That little side of the cavern that's about 20 feet from the ledge, or the side of the mountain that's about 20 feet from the ledge that thins out to about 10 feet on either direction. And Elias, now that you stand here and you look around, you notice the tiny bit of green shrubbery that grows around the crescent of the side of this mountain. It has red, blue, and yellow looking, nearly frozen fruits attached to them that you know is the primary diet of the monks that live in the monastery that should only be about, by your estimate, 10 miles away.
Elias has really taken a breather, so to speak. He picks out the fruit, and he's going to look at them. Oh, which one's the sour one? Ah, here. And I hand it to Glacius.
Glacius, you're handed a little yellow berry. Now, the interesting thing about these berries... Yes, Glacius, you are allergic to them.
Fuck, I was just thinking that too. I was like, yellow.
What?
Can I do a survival check or something before this?
Medicine.
Fuck.
Or nature, either one. But anyways, the interesting thing about these berries, they're very unique to this mountain range. If you eat only one, you get a very obnoxious flavor that happens. The yellow one is incredibly sour. The red one is spicy beyond belief. And the blue one is drier than a goddamn fart. But if you eat all three of them at once, they're very nutritious, very filling, and honestly delicious. It's this nice complement to each other's flavors that you would not expect from a simple set of berries. Yeah, Glacies, you're... Actually, these are not the berries you are allergic to. These are completely different.
Awesome, okay, I guess I'm eating it.
You eat the yellow one? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so... Give me a con save.
As the Glacius is going to follow with the sourness, he's going to pluck it out of her hands as she's falling. And he's going to put it in a pouch. And he's going to start mashing it.
So, Glacies, you bite and... You look like the Warhead kid, or the Airhead kid from the little Airheads. You're just... It is so fucking sour. Oh my god, you can't talk, you can't open your mouth, you just... It sucks. It's so terrible. Why would anybody ever try eating this? He definitely just tried to poison you.
I look at the bowl and I go, you think we could grab another one of those? I'm going to need to give this to my master so he knows how to shut her up.
He looks at it. I think there are more down by the monastery. I'll get you some there.
They're all along the journey.
Mm-hmm. And as he's basically in the air, mashing the bag into a fine sort of juice paste, so to speak.
A puree.
It's juice and paste.
Puree.
Yeah, there's
The
technically.
puree.
It doesn't mix that well because it's a berry.
Right. But as you mash the three of them together, they have a very light, unique-looking orange color that comes out of it. It's very odd that would be the color that came from those three, but it's mashed together. Do you want to eat it?
He's going to like tie the knot on it. And he's going to look over at Glacies. Is she still like reeling?
Yeah, it's gonna be like that until she has not that berry. The other two.
He's going to like open her mouth and like take a spoonful of it and just.
The moment it touches your tongue, it is shockingly very delicious. And your face relaxes. You still have that sour, you have the spicy, but you have that sweet, smooth texture that just kind of like dulls the two of them and blends them together. It's oddly very delicious.
You know, first it was sour, then it was sweet. Now it's gone.
I hate you so much.
He's gonna tie it up again.
Also,
Yeah, that was a minor bit of revenge.
after eating that, you have gained all of the nutritional value that you need for an entire day.
Is it like
Wow,
the
those are
equivalent
good
of
berries.
berry? Yeah.
They
I
are
was
very
gonna
good
say.
berries. They're naturally grown good berries.
Yeah, you just have to eat 3 of them.
Elias is gonna toss around the sack. Well, toss around to the party members.
Yeah, you toss your sack around. We got it. Who's first? Well, Gabriella was first, and then... Or Glacies was first, and then...
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a bastard by the toe. No. I'm following the G. Gabby?
Oh, sure.
You take a bite of it, you're full. And I mean like full. You're satisfied, you're quenched your thirst, it tastes
This requires
great.
3 pig roasts normally.
Yeah.
Ooh, neat.
And everyone else who partakes in this, you are under the effects of Goodberry. You don't need any more nourishment for the rest of the day.
You notice
that's
my
nice.
expression does not change.
Have you tried one of the yellow ones? Trust me, this is for science.
I am not letting you drug me. You can
So
drug
it
that
would-
one all you want.
Can I even drag you? You look undead.
Oh, that's offensive. I know a lot of undead.
Do you know anyone that has as gotch of a face as you? What was it? What's the term? Goth?
Goth, yes.
I thought it was gaunt.
Gaunt. I'm looking for gaunt, not goth.
I like goth.
Yes, both work, but still.
So,
how long does it take to get to where we're going? Minute-wise.
minute-wise, if they did not have you to show them where all of the wrong places to walk are, because you've walked this journey many, many, many times, you've never hit the peak of this mountain, which you still haven't. You begin noticing your path and finding it back. It takes you roughly just under an hour before... Hold up, everybody. You see before you, there is a row of beautifully marked archways that seem to glow as the sun reflects the cresting of each of them. The mountain that you are walking along the side of has shifted slowly into a path, intertwining bridges that all connect with tiny canopies every couple of 100 feet from one another. The bridges all cross each other's paths and start heading to the other locations, where you see that there is a large section, the top of a mountain completely cut off, and emplaced upon it are 6 large buildings, each of which are very old, very grandiose in nature, and orient in their make. They're incredibly large with green tiles at the tops of them and little bits of snow that crest around the edges of it. as this is what you see.
Out of character. Oh god.
Yes, I recycled it. It's a great image.
Yeah. And as
For a second there, I was so zoomed in, I thought it was the other temple.
No, not that one.
The one where I had to dig to stay alive.
That was a good one too. But as all of you've made it all the way over to this large intertwining bridges looking over at the monastery itself, it's very quiet. Still, there's no birds, there's no wildlife. The clouds themselves seem to reign over top of it, and there's a slight drizzle upon the stonework of this monastery.
Hmm.
By the way, I'd like to point out by moving or scrolling up, I can see what you tried to hide back here.
Yeah.
No, wait, I'm gonna look at it. Is it normally this quiet?
Roll an insight check.
22.
You sit for a moment, and you look around the range, looking at your party that is godsmacked at the view that they are looking at, something that you've seen and appreciated for most of your life. The beauty has still been very fond even for you. However, there's always signs of life here. That's the one constant. There's no anything. You don't sense you're being watched right now, which is a first. Whenever you're at this monastery, you always have others watching your backs. That's what they're supposed to do here.
Elias is going to go from a delighted, happy expression to a very concerned expression. He's going to put everyone down. And he's going to say, I don't like quiet here. Lucian, can I ask a favor?
Yes.
Make me invisible.
Okay. Let me see.
Let me see
Can I
if
cast non-detection on him?
that you can.
I need
Okay.
to. I'm going in alone.
Okay.
You're super
Yeah, I just had to
invisible.
double check that I had that prepared. Yeah,
So-
alright.
Glacies
Invisible.
touches you, and you feel your essence becomes almost absent from you, as if it's difficult to discern exactly where you are, even with your natural attunement to it. It's a very odd sensation, but seems to be protective in nature.
And
You got about an
Lucian,
hour.
please
Who
wait
said
there.
that? What was that?
Please wait. And Elias, well, you can probably feel it when Elias goes on all fours. And he's going to pseudo crawl, I think the technical term is.
Mm-hmm.
A slow all fours.
All right. You begin
have-
crawling through the area, and you notice. Roll me a perception check.
Alrighty. $16.
You get about 200 feet down the bridge, and as you're cresting through, you feel the rain pattering down behind you and soaking this area in stonework, and you kind of slip slightly on one of the rocks, and as you look down, you see that the rock itself has a bit of matter attached to it, flesh attached to it.
What the fuck?
You look at the rock, and there's blood around that area that seems to be getting washed away by this rain.
Mountain
Elias,
made of
like-
people.
Elias, picks it up for a second, drops it immediately. And at this point, he is a lot more... He's a lot more urgent.
All right. Do you stop crawling and just start walking? You are completely undetectable.
Yeah.
All right. Still roll me a stealth check. People can still hear you.
Advantage because...
Invisible.
Because invisibility. Not 20.
23, good. You continue down the walkway, making it to the first canopy where, looking down, you see 4 bodies all splayed into the corners as if they were quickly relinquished of their lives. They wear a dull gray and white set uniform with gold tapestries and anointments attached to them. You recognize this as soldiers of the Leo army.
The 4 dead people.
Yes. They all seem to have large bludgeonings against their body that they have died from.
If anyone had the ability to see, I'm now rubbing my nose.
You keep going?
Yeah.
You walk another couple hundred feet before you get to another canopy. And as you come walking up there, you see there is a single individual sitting in the center. No shirt, large scars, and sections of their body with wounds that are cut wide open. They're back to you and completely bald head. As you start approaching, the individual turns their head. Elias, you return. You look at them, and you instantly recognize Grandmaster Jekyll.
Okay. Alright, what's happening here?
He stands up. Well, we've been getting attacked periodically since most of our flock is out in the world right now. He turns and looks in your direction and goes, "Is this a new trick you've picked up?"
No, sorry. It was odd coming here. Hold on a moment. And, we're not in danger at the moment, are we?
We are.
Alright, give me a second. And Elias is going to take up a broken tile, and he is going to look back to where the party is supposed to be.
Yeah. They're a ways
How
away.
far-
It's difficult to see them.
How far?
250 feet, give or take.
Yeah. He's going to fucking chuck the thing at them.
All right. Make an attack roll. Obviously disadvantage. However, you immediately become visible when you do so.
13.
Alrighty. Who in the party has a stupid high passive?
I have a 16.
Grim and
Glacies.
Glacies. And Lucian. You all see the tile but fall really short. And you see Elias standing there. Nobody else, just Elias.
Elias is going to give the sign of come here.
I just walk up. And any bodies I see, I just start lifting them up and dragging them with me.
Alright. As you start bringing them in, Jackal looks at each of you. You did not give me a description of what Jackal looks like. Is it cool if I just improvise it?
I didn't give a proper description. I gave a race.
Which one?
They were tabaxi.
Oh, these two. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's Tabaxi and the other one, so I wasn't sure which one it was. As you
Yeah.
all come approaching, you see a Tabaxi man, a bald-headed Tabaxi, a bald-skinned Tabaxi, one of those ugly Egyptian cats that nobody really likes, but for some reason people pay thousands of dollars for.
So how similar do Tabaxi look to Rakshasa?
The similarity in the feline nature of their bodies is pretty uncanny. However, Rakshasa have those backwards hands that you recognize, and usually have large markings and tattoos again in their fur and skin. This creature looks incredibly ceremonious and
Can I tell
old.
the difference between a Tabaxi and a Rakshasa? I'm just wondering how on edge I am right now.
Roll a nature check. Let's see.
How many bodies were at the front entrance?
4.
And they were Leos,
Yes.
and they were guards.
No. They were not guards.
Oh,
Soldiers?
I'm freaked out.
6.
Natural one.
You can't tell, like, you've never met a Tabaxi in your line of work. You don't know what the fuck they are. You
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's an assassin.
No.
No, don't worry,
Lucian?
it's a Forbudums.
You said they were soldiers then?
They were soldiers, not guards.
This
Okay.
is Grandmaster Jackal.
Explain yourself, Elias. Who are these people?
I have come to see the seer on
That's-
official businesses. Her benefactor wants to relay a message to her.
Ignore the gaunt one for a moment, please.
I hand him a piece of paper.
His hands stay behind his back the whole time.
Right. I brought this party here due to a necessity and being pulled into their matters. I believe that they are one faction of the people misusing the artifacts. There are 2. This one is currently losing, so to speak, the power struggle. I came here after they had been attacked by assassins, and I was... It's a long story.
Well, we are doing nothing else. Explain it.
It appears that this man's family, and I point out Lucian, who is currently freaking out.
Lucian, about 25 feet back.
This man's family, according to him, according to reports by the others, is a family that used to protect some of these. Recently, their monarch, patriarch, is that the word?
Patriarch.
Yeah, patriarch. Their patriarch seems to have fallen ill, and his brother has taken over everything, including, I believe he said he stole one of them.
You. Looks directly at you, Lucian. What is your surname?
I'm Lucian.
Surname.
Oh, Galanadel.
he starts walking past everybody, and you never see him deviate from where he's walking, but he seems to be able to navigate through you very fluidly. You're not sure if he's phasing through everybody or if he's just very quickly moving past each of them. As he approaches closer...
My god, insanity's getting to him.
I'm totally freaking out. He walks directly up to you. Your father is... Heron.
That is correct.
And your mother is Mia Lee.
Yes.
Which son are you? What number?
I am the second son.
So it is the firstborn who currently holds one of these artifacts. He's standing a good 8 inches away from you. His gaze has not wavered. His eyes are piercing directly against you. Then, why is it that you all come here?
As I stated before, to see the seer.
The seer has no benefactor, and nobody owns her. If she wishes to see you, she will choose to.
But I was told by Elias here I had to get your permission to go on official business to see her.
You need my permission to crest over the Green Valley. And that I do not grant easily.
Elias at this point is like behind the whole happening. Why are you shaking your camera, Wyatt?
He's bouncing. He's happy. He's laughing.
Elias like he's looking rather sad at the moment, like, oh god.
So,
And I didn't say my benefactor owned her.
she has no benefactor.
Well,
Ooh.
that is not what I've been told.
Then you were told a lie.
And all of a sudden, you just see a blade appear out of nowhere.
Elias like makes
My
a
lord.
movement.
Does not lie.
Lucifon doesn't lie.
He turns and looks at you. Without any response to the blade, walks directly towards it, leaving it but inches in front of him. Lucifon no longer has any hold over her. She is a free woman. And if he wishes to have any parley with her, you can tell him to ask her.
That is why I am here.
Summon your lord.
Brings in Fiona.
At this point, Elias is going to make. Can I make a perception check to see if I can see anyone else?
Go for it.
No. 5.
I was led to believe that Lucifon and her were on benefactor terms, correct?
His specific terms were he could use her as a benefactor, and he wants to call in a favor.
Yes. I am here on the authority of my master to speak with her, to relay a message to her. And I will not condone you talking badly about my lord. He is the only one who is truthful and honest in hell.
Roll intimidation.
Hey, get to use it.
$21.
He looks you up and down, still unwavering in his demeanor, but now he's evaluating you, looking you across the way, and goes, "You will have to participate in the trial same as any other. The seer does not allow people onto her property, even with the guidance of her ex."
So are we here for a booty call?
Wait. Is the seer Luna?
You have no idea. She's always referred to as the seer.
Oh my god.
Is this
So-
the D&D equivalent of like a drunk text? Like, take this message and go see her.
I miss you.
I'm so sorry, I'm a dick.
If you complete the trials, you will be allowed to go there.
What are the trials? I'll do them.
Show that you do not have hatred in your heart. He looks around the area and goes, "It appears that not a single one of you can pass that right now."
I don't hate anyone that doesn't deserve it.
He cocks his head. Wait,
I
prove
do
it.
not show hatred, just intolerance to those who break the law.
I saw the look. You hated me for what I said about your master. You all passed that trial. You may go. In the meantime, turns back and looks at you, Lucian. Your father and I are old friends.
Good to know.
Out of
But,
respects for Perrin, I will allow you all to stay here and use our monastery as a safe haven during your trial. However, if you are asking me for anything else, my answer has to be no.
Alright. I'll
Elias,
look over at Elias.
show them to guest rooms, please.
Yes.
He steps up to you, reaches his hand up, grabs onto your arm. I'm glad you are still alive.
I have such stories to tell the people.
Is there a place where I can bury the dead? It is not respectful to leave bodies laying about.
If you wish to
We
bury
need to-
them under the mountain, feel free. You may not bury them on our grounds.
So, outside?
Outside of the bridges, yes.
Alright.
And
And I start hauling off bodies down past the bridge.
I need to speak with you after this. I'm looking at the Grandmaster.
He looks at you. I will be here. They attack every hour on the hour. They've yet to send anybody who's been in danger. Do not worry. I am fine. Go rest.
What time is it?
Well, for all of you, it's probably midday by this point.
I give him like what's left of the berry mixture that I've been collecting on the way for eating.
He takes it out and eats a spoonful and goes, You blended it perfectly. Good you didn't lose your touch.
At least I know I haven't. Alright, now where the fuck did I put that file?
Now when you get in there, explain to Mink who he is. Points to Lucian.
Yes.
Thank you. She will relieve me in 2 hours.
And I do a little bow. And I say, right, follow me.
So, you all continue on your path, making it over to the monastery itself, and as you are stepping on the grounds, it feels lighter here than any place that any of you have been previously. As if the air is barely holding on to your body and allowing you to step through this area. You get closer towards the building, and Gabriella, roll me a perception check.
Nine.
It's very nice. It's cool air. Feels good. The breeze is doing wonders for air drying the hair. It's so nice.
I just close my eyes and take in a deep breath and it's peaceful up here.
But you make it over to the building, and before you all step inside, you hear a very deep and off the top of the roof jumps this wily, dark blue-skinned tabaxi with claws aiming out and diving towards the first person out of all of you. Who's walking first?
I told you, it's all assassins!
Elias is leading them, so it's probably Elias.
She stops inches before your faces. Oh, Elias.
Hi, Mink.
I thought
Nice to see
somebody
you
made
again.
it past him. I apologize. I almost killed you. I am sorry.
That happens every now and then.
I am sorry.
I'm
This-
shakily standing there with my wand of magic missiles.
This
Hello.
is Lucian Galgator?
Galgator. That's a stupid
Gal-
name.
Galanadel.
Ah, that's a bit...
Galanadel.
That name sounds familiar.
He's apparently the son of an old friend of Jackal.
Really? Must have been before we met. Anyways, he allowed you all to come here? Looks at the motley crew that you are.
Yes.
Oh, you're feisty.
Yeah.
I like that one. Points at Glacies. I like it a lot.
I need to talk to you.
Elias, is there a place to buy a poisoner's kit or thieves' tools here? I know that might be an inappropriate question.
I have a poisoner's kit if you need one.
I would love to have that. I have
Bone.
1 gold piece.
She pushes your wand upwards, Lucian, like standing right next to you. Just, stop aiming it at me, please.
We had an altercation with something called a... What was it again? You're terrified to death of it.
A Rakshasa.
Oh,
It
the
only
shape
murdered
changes.
me.
Oh. Well, you looked very good for being murdered. That's any consolation.
Yeah.
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 In there, up the stairs, first door on the right, and then continuing if you wanna.
Noted.
If you
son.
don't want to bunk up.
Wondrous.
There are the rooms. I'd say make yourselves at home, but please be respectful of the peace.
Yes, yes, yes.
As soon as I got to that fucking town, everything went to hell. Spent a year traveling, and what do I get? Assassins.
Assassins.
You're gonna love the stories.
I believe so.
I need advice, and I'm going to walk into where I know they have a little alone area.
One of the other 4 buildings. One is for training, one is for eating, one is for meditation, and the 4th is for recreation. Which of the 4 do you walk into?
I guess the recreation one.
Alrighty. You walk
I
in
ask if
and...
there's a bar around here.
No, we do not drink alcohol. We are purity of body and no need for that.
And
I
I
shake my
thought
head.
I was from hell.
I swear, I can't bring you guys anywhere.
I really like that one. I really like it. It's entertaining.
I've been through a lot. I need to relax.
Take some. I'm gonna start saying something. Lean into Lucian. Take some of the yellow fruit or berries, distill them, and then dilute them.
You can also go to the meditation building. Gain some
There's
clarity.
alcohol there.
No, but you can meditate and clear your mind.
Do you get drunk from meditating?
You feel a certain high from it. And you find peak altitude for your state of being. Or you go to the top of the center building and we have a large hookah there.
Is there a place to gamble?
Ooh.
This
No.
isn't a resort, please.
We do have hookah up there. I have this new beautiful shisha. We call it Sex on the Beach.
I'll take some of that.
Go right ahead. It's upstairs.
And I start walking that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
So while they're all getting stoned and high off a
Yep.
kite,
Oh, you're in
I'm
high
out
altitude
burying
too.
honorably the dead with their weapons.
Yes, of course.
We could have just burned them.
Did I get that poisoner's
I
kit?
need them
Or
intact.
She told you she'll allow you to use it. She's not giving it to you.
5 platinum.
I'm sorry, but I need it.
Mine was stolen.
That is unfortunate. You should keep better care of your stuff.
No, like it was forcibly taken. I wanted to keep it.
Well, then why
Because-
didn't you kill them?
Because they would have killed our nice little mutual friend here.
Ah, sounds most unfortunate. Have a good time.
Elias at this point is like he's a foot into the recreational area, and he's just shaking his head.
So who
Lacey's
is
gonna go
joining
meditate.
Elias? Lacey's, you're going to do what?
Meditate.
Okay.
So I'll be gone for a minute.
From?
Meditate with air quotes.
Once I get done burying the bodies, I go back to that bridge
Yeah.
and start cleaning it.
All right.
Scoop up the bits of flesh.
He is the taskmaster. But anyways, it's just the two of you. Nobody else is joining Elias for story time. Fine.
Well, it seemed like they wanted to be alone.
Alrighty. Elias, you sit down and Mink climbs on top of one of the podiums and starts swatting at a few dangling little entertainment objects and goes, "What can I help you with today?"
Well, the world's going to hell.
And of course.
There is a world war. The holders of the artifacts are currently a group of 2.
Have you snuffed
that-
them out and sought to destroy them yet?
Okay, out of character. It was Galanadel, right?
Galanadel, yes.
The Galanadel family is one of the natural protectors of him.
Okay, that's good. Do they still have theirs?
Technically,
Good.
it's not the right one.
Oh. Bad.
Master Jackal's friend is Lucian's father. He has become sick, and now the first son of the family has misappropriated it. And now he and a group of others seek to gather them all. We were in a situation in a town close to the Leonis territory. On the Leonis territory now.
She tosses you a string of yarn. Or a ball of yarn.
He takes out a 2 sets of knitting needles.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, work through it.
We had a situation. We fought a champion of Leonis.
Oh, really? Oh, I keep hoping he comes here. I want to kill him.
He comes back.
Well, of course he does. He is a champion.
It's difficult to deal with that when you only have so much energy to deal with him once.
Hey, Sobek took him out in a single strike.
And then the rest of the party almost died.
Yes.
So
he, like I said, we had to deal with him.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to that, Lucian had been attacked by Rexasha, stealing away an artifact. One of the artifacts he had been holding on to.
Lucian, that is the young man that you just introduced to me, correct?
Yes. You might need to discuss this with Jackal later. After we had defeated him, they had already appropriated a stone of time.
What do you mean? You mean he currently holds Tempest?
Yes.
And he is here?
Don't scream, don't shout.
You understand the gravity of this?
I understand the gravity, and that's why I'm asking for advice.
Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you. Well, you cannot allow these two stones to meet. They can't be near each other for long.
They've already gotten access to 4.
You don't understand.
No, wait.
Think of them as twins. Each stone related to another one, paired with another one. When they are separated, they are manageable and controlled. But when they are put together, they are far more powerful than they are alone.
But there are multiple sets. This is time.
Yes.
And they have none of the pairs.
And which one is here, you daft fool? She flicks you on the forehead.
Time. Well, no, time is here. Life. Is that not... Wait. You told me... They told me it was life.
It is life. What is life? She flicks you on the forehead again. It
God
really
damn.
hurts. Like, your forehead is bleeding, but...
I already had. I thought that the opposite of life was death.
No, you fool.
Oh.
Life is the passage, the continuation of time and experience.
Oh.
Fool. We brought it here. Okay, this is fine. This is fine.
And what is the opposite of gravity?
Well, I don't fucking know. Do I look like a scholar to you?
It took you to realize what the opposite of time is.
Well, I mean, anybody can put those two together, let's be honest.
Thinks about the rest of the party who was like theorizing all this shit.
For like 30 minutes straight.
Oh. So, after defeating the champion of Leonis, one of them, we were basically held just about hostage at, with our backs to the wall proverbially, and we're given two options. Try and fight the champions again along with the separate faction, or try and get them to work with us.
I don't understand why you had to choose either one of these, Elias. These are not your jobs. This is not what you need to do with your life. What individuals do outside of our walls, they will always do and they always have done for thousands of years. It's not going to end. Why do you have to get involved?
I don't know. I got involved.
Doesn't. That's not what we tried to teach you.
And what have you taught me? You've taught me how to defend myself. You've taught me how to meditate. But none of that, besides the defending part, seems to matter to the rest of them, to the rest of the world.
As far as the rest of the world is concerned, we do not exist. And that is for the safety of everything. If they knew we were here, as they've come to realize now, they would be seeking it.
But something happened. Someone found out. This did not start with my involvement. This is a piece this is a piece of a domino. This will continue to happen. And if we don't try and just wait until an endurance war with the entire rest of the world ends, what would be left?
That is not your decision to make. Vita is too important. Vita can, in the wrong hands, it can destroy anybody or make anyone a king. Invincible. We cannot allow that to seep out. Did you bring them here to get Vita?
I brought them here because I had nothing else to turn to. As much as I don't know what to do. I had two options, and I tried for something that could prolong the situation to get some clarity on this.
This is your home, Elias. Therefore, you are always welcome here. But you do not bring the problems of the world to our doorstep. That is final. You do not have our permission. But, as always, you all have our sanctuary. Do whatever else you all need to do. If you need a safe place to lay down, we are here. There's only 6 of us left.
What?
The rest of the flock. The 19 others. They've been outside of our communication. We will protect each other. We will protect Vida with our lives. That is a lovely
Alright.
scarf you made, by the way.
I was actually going for a pair of a horned beanie, but I guess
Horn warmers?
not a technically a horn warmer. It's supposed to like attach to both horns and then warm like the top of my head.
Oh, okay, gotcha. She goes,
So the one place that I
He was
can't
making
deal
some
with.
Trojans put on his horse.
Oh, shut up!
well, you keep working on that. She pats you on the head. And go rest, please.
I'm gonna need a band-aid. And he's going to stand up, put it down in his pile of unfinished workings.
Yep. So, you head back into the main chapel, and you hear upstairs where Nobu and Gabriella are very loudly coughing up a storm. Lucian, are you partaking as well?
Yeah.
Okay. The 3 of them are coughing up a goddamn storm, and you can already see the smoke pluming out of it, as they are not holding back. However, we're going to go jump over to Sin real quick. Or, sorry. Jump over to Grim real quick. Grim.
So after burying the 4 dead Leo soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning the bridge with super bleach, I walk up to the Egyptian cat after contemplating his words,
Okay.
and I look at him, and
He continues seating with his eyes completely shut, focused on the area around him. What is it that you wish to talk about?
I take my helm off. Which is the first time in probably a decade. And I say, I apologize for losing my temper earlier with you.
It is only natural when you have a temper to lose that you lose it.
I was brought back from the brink of destruction by my lord. I owe him everything. He has instilled in me the loyalty and the honor of following the proper rules and regulations when others would abuse.
Order is good. It is fundamental.
You say I need to cast off the demons in my soul in order to pass the trials.
You can harbor any
I
amount of
ask for
demons.
guidance.
Your first lesson is simple. Everybody harbors demons. Everybody houses every emotion in their body. You choose to allow hatred to fuel how you see the world.
I view the world off of law and order, and those who commit atrocities should be dealt with to the fullest extent of the law. I do not take pleasure, I do not take honor in doing so. It is just my position to do so.
But when somebody threatens something you love, like your views, you react out of haste and anger. Hate. Your instinct is to hate me for what I spoke about your lord, instead of to inquire why I spoke that way about that individual.
My lord has had many enemies in hell, and a lot of them use phrases like you did, and they don't mean to do so in a honorable sense. You seem to be an honorable man. This is why I've relinquished my helm, and I am speaking candid and honestly with you, and apologizing.
Your apology is recognized and appreciated, but will not be accepted till you prove it is sincere.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Yes.
You stated that your camp gets raided often.
Every hour.
Where are they coming from?
The western mountain edge. They have a battalion out there. They send scouts, and recently they've sent soldiers to accompany the scouts.
Very well. I will strengthen the western front for you.
There is no need.
It is the least I can do.
There is no need. They will not meet this place head on when they do not know what is inside. And if they cannot get past me or my wife, they will never know the threat beyond that point. Fear motivates them to be careful, and as long as they are careful, they are maintained. We do not need to kill anymore. We do not need to entice their attention or give them any more information. We just need to maintain.
Is there anything I can do to help? I do not wish harm on your enemies or onto this temple. You have granted sanctuary to, and I see the smoke coming from up above. Those idiots.
A friend of a friend.
And my lord appreciates it.
A friend of a friend is always welcome within our midst. We do not expect anything in return.
Well, I am offering.
I do not do kindness in the expectation of receiving something. I do kindness because it is my way. Thank you. But enjoy yourself. Relax. As you're having this conversation, you watch as he quickly pulls out 3 darts and throws them behind you. And as you turn around, you notice that 3 individuals just got stabbed in the throats and collapsed to the ground. They are no longer sneaking up. Apparently they have run out of scouts.
Now, are these 3 individuals dead, Jiro?
They're bleeding out on the ground.
I look at the 3 And I go up to him and I go, "Do you wish to be saved? If so, reach out and take my hand."
They all respond exactly the same way, with just spitting blood by your boots.
Very well. You three shall join your friends in the afterlife. I just pick them up and start hauling them off to the pits where I've been digging graves.
Ready? So,
Just casting super bleach behind me to clean up the blood.
of course. The three of you hotboxing currently. Let's change the music. Ba-da-da-da-da. You're all sitting upstairs. I need con saves from... Oh, Nobu's lit. Let's just go with that. Gabriella, con save, please. Lucian, you're feeling good. Gabriella, you are blitzed. You're just like, you're in a different world right now. Being this high up is shockingly incredibly good for getting high.
I want to try and
Ooh,
blow
that's
smoke
hot.
rings.
Do a performance.
Yeah.
Lucian, you had college boy days. You're chilling.
That's right.
Nobu's leaning back going, you know, I understand why Elias is so relaxed. This is a great place.
Meditating's awesome.
Meditating is awesome.
Wait, have you guys been meditating?
Isn't this what meditating is?
Oh.
I wonder why Glacies didn't join us. I think she would have really liked this.
Nah, she's got a stick up her ass.
I thought
Good
she was
point.
your best friend.
She is, and that's why I can be truthful about it.
The
Only a true
one
friend would be
actually
that
meditating. Yeah, I respect it, man. I respect it. Yo, watch this. He blows out just a poof of smoke. It's nothing else.
Oh, that was great.
Thanks. Been working on it. Actually, he has a really high charisma. He blows a perfect circle. And then a second circle through it. So, yo, what are we doing here again?
Meditating.
No, like, why'd we come here?
To
I
meditate.
don't know.
Oh,
From the sound of things, it doesn't sound like they're gonna let us do what we came here to do.
are we gonna have to fight them?
I don't know. It doesn't sound like a good idea.
So we don't get to go through as long as we hate?
Yeah.
But doesn't everybody hate? Isn't that just a natural emotion?
Everybody hates. Yeah. I don't know, man. Come to think of it, Elias doesn't hate, does he?
He hates people who hate.
True.
He hates people that hurt the innocent.
But does he hate them? I feel like he just gets angry. I mean, I haven't seen him, like, actually, like... We've been kind of dicks to him, in all honesty. Like...
Oh shit! Fuck!
Oh, hey, Elias, we're just
barrel.
talking on you.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, explain that to us. Why don't you hate us?
I ask myself that question every day.
Right? Like, you totally could hate us for at least a few dozen reasons. I mean, for fuck's sake, I crop dust you every day when we're walking.
You do what?
Oh. Here, you want
Lucian,
some
explain
hookah?
what that means.
He hands you the hookah stick.
Elias just like... Oh, new one.
Yeah, it's fruity, but it's like a very smooth, sweet, but like a more like a lavendery, fruity type of taste. It's very good, very good. You can,
yeah, this is nice. How
yeah,
are you enjoying it?
yeah, yeah,
And that's why I don't hate you.
yeah.
I've got better stuff to do.
Are you saying I'm not worth hating?
Honestly, no.
Oh, that hurts, man. I thought I was more important than that.
You are important. You're just not hate important. I think the term is it's too strong of an emotion to waste your time on.
Gabriella, is he talking shit?
I don't think so. Maybe?
Lucian, is he talking shit? You can tell bullshit, right? Lucian,
Yeah.
Lucian, is he talking shit?
Kinda.
That's mean, man.
How am I talking shit?
I don't know. I always trust him, though. He's smart.
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah.
I have to cordially request that you do not go anywhere near the other mountains.
What?
What?
Not you, him.
But why
Just-
him? He's cool.
Stay here for a while.
What do you mean?
We need to
Leo's like
discuss-
attacking here. I don't want to stay here.
No, not that long. Just long enough to talk to Jackal when he gets off of his shift.
Whoa.
Imperial getting told not to hate.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. I hate them for telling me that.
I'm sorry, it's a natural state of being. I just hate everything. That includes the notion of hating everything.
Yeah.
I am actually in severe emotional pain.
At all times. So, wait, why has Lucian got to stay here? Can we go other places?
You know what? Just stay here.
You know, I'm gonna do it because I want to, not
Does
because
this
you
have
told
to
me
do
to.
with that whole Lucifon message thing?
Can I
Am I
look
not
at
supposed? Am I not supposed to meet the people?
You can meet the people. Just stay on the plateau.
Okay.
Just love Jer's expression.
Like I was a stoner for many years. I know what I look like when high. I never took selfies, but I used to stare at myself in the camera being like, why do I look like this?
You're bogus, man. Tell me what to do. I don't want to be here by myself. I don't trust these cat people. They're gonna stab me.
There's only those two.
Nubu goes into singing by himself quietly in the corner.
And I mean, oh god, I just realized something. I just realized what one of the masters of one of the lesser masters is called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. It's going to be a bit of an issue. That's why I'm not bringing them up right now.
Oh, there's my friend Finn. Only one that's actually, you know, not overly cautious about my size, I guess. Where is that fucker?
As you say that, you hear the doors downstairs slam open. Where the fuck are you, you big hairy bastard? I thought I swore that you came in here today. I thought I saw you swindling around here, you big bitch. You hear him just charging up the stairs, never missing or taking a breath on his way up. And you all watch as this individual slides
Before
across.
he gets up there,
Yeah, you
I'm
big
going
stupid
to-
sons of bitches. I'm gonna smack you on the
yeah,
kneecaps.
before he gets up there, I'm going to flip over, start flying, and land on the ceiling.
Okay. As he runs up, you all see a very short, stubbly haired, and a little pudgy looking earth genasi with little bits of like flaky sand just like rolling against his face, looking around and goes, where the fuck did he go?
I'm going to
Who the
like
fuck are
let
y'all?
go. I'm going to let go of my flight and going to land on all fours behind him.
He immediately spins around, does a 21 hit,
Yes, it does.
spinning roundhouse kick to the face.
And I'm going to return that with a haymaker.
Okay, that is a whopping 1 + 5, so 6 bludgeoning damage, and then you grab and... Oh, there you are. How you feeling, buddy?
I've been... Alright, was that too much?
Oh. Honestly, I kind of needed that. I was falling asleep a little bit. You know, I've been working for about 28 hours straight. It's been really inconvenient. And who the fuck are you? Looks directly at you, Lucian.
Long
Yeah,
story.
we talked before, remember?
Oh, you're the
I'm
bastard
friends.
who jumped in my fucking head.
Yeah.
And who is
What's going
she? He raises his eyebrows, staring at Gabriella.
That's Gabriella Sancier.
He immediately just very quickly slides right beside you and goes, you know, you are more beautiful than all the stars in the sky combined. I tell you what, it's very nice of you to join and brighten up my day, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Ah, a confident woman. That's what I like about you.
It's not as good on you.
What are you talking about? I look fantastic right now. You see what I did with my hair? And his hair immediately... Yeah. I bet you can't do that.
Does he have hair or is it just rocks?
Oh no, it's hair. It's greasy hair, but it's hair.
It's actually oil.
Yeah. He adds his own oil in. Doesn't want to get dry rock scalp. So you made some new friends. I'm happy for you. Is it getting pretty annoying having to be the only fucker listening to your stories all the time? You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Ah.
I met Vas Carvin.
Are you fucking shitting me?
I don't
No,
even know.
we did her a favor.
Are you shitting me? That is fucking fantastic. How the hell did you meet her? That sounds like an amazing date. And... Oh my god. Wait. Who's Vas Carvin?
The drag, you know, the carver.
Oh. The big scaly bitch. I gotcha. Alright. That makes sense.
Yeah, ran into an accident. Turns out the mountain range is very much teleportation protected.
Well, I mean, of course. Leo's forces are right around the corner right now. Don't you know that?
Yeah, I could tell. Lucian related to me.
I keep telling the Grandmaster that he might as well send me over there and I'll just drop a couple of fucking elbows on them, you know, just kick them in the nuts and get them out of here, you know? Know what I'm saying?
Actually, I wouldn't be that much against it. This is where all the anger goes.
How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to introduce everyone.
He
This
takes
is
the
Finn.
hookah and just starts ripping.
He's the one person that doesn't treat me like an exhibit. Well, of the non-grandmasters, you can't get a reaction out of half of them.
Well, I mean, you are kind of a fucking big bastard, you know that? It's unfair always picking a fight with you, but it gives me a challenge, and I need a challenge. Everybody else doesn't give me a fucking scrap.
That is your lot in life.
Mm.
So, where did everyone go?
Well, you know, Phibius and Furbius, they both went on their own journey over towards the Leo station. Thank you. I actually have a whole thing for this. They went over directly to the Leo station, and you know what happened. They just they got knocked out a little bit. I mean, it's just the little fuckers. Well, I mean, why would you send them to go do reconnaissance at all? They're so fucking noisy whenever they're trying to be sneaky. I mean, who the fuck walks around and goes sneaky, 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 sneaky? Like, it's just fucking stupid. You know you're gonna get caught if you do that. Outside of that, we have Herbenler. Herbeler definitely got caught somewhere outside of the Leo territory. I think we sent him closer to the waters, though, and he pissed off some fish person by pissing it on a pond or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but the Grandmaster told me it was that, not as colorful of words, but they did mention it to me offhandedly, and, well, everyone else has kind of just disappeared, and we haven't been able to get in contact with them. It's been really unfortunate.
I hesitate to ask this, but how's oh god, I just remembered. I met a new Grim.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Why are there more than one?
I don't know. There's another master of...
Oh, I switched their races. I apologize.
Yeah, I was wondering, but I was gonna roll with it.
Yeah. Well...
multiple Grims apparently.
Grim is out right now.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. He's currently going through the trials of the green.
Wait, why?
Apparently he wants to talk to the seer.
I thought we were doing the trials of the green.
Oh, are you gonna participate in the trials? You're already well on your way, getting fucked up with it before you do it. That's what I like about you, sir.
So we have two Grims taking the trials to talk to a seer.
Why the fuck is everybody wanting to get in her pants all of a sudden?
Apparently, it's her ex.
What?
Yeah.
Who the fuck would date her? She's so dangerous. Like, seriously, you were there that one day.
Apparently a guy from hell?
Oh, that makes sense. But yeah, you were there with me, right? Like, we were sitting over on the ledge, we were sculpting, weren't we? Oh, that was a good day. And he just, we saw that person get pretty much drop-kicked off the fucking mountain. I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy shit, but I've never seen somebody get fucking drop-kicked off a mountain.
I wasn't really paying attention. The last thing I remember seeing was a small, whitish dot flying through the sky.
Yeah. I remember the squish.
I don't want to.
I don't know why anybody would want to date her, but I mean, hey, if you think you're strong enough to handle a woman with that much ferocity and, well, you're a better man than I am. Hey.
It's definitely Luna. God damn it. No, this is something this other Grim needs to give her a message from her ex.
Oh, that sounds like that's some bad business to get wrapped up in. He must have pissed off her ex.
I don't understand his relationship with anything.
Is he the weird fella digging up all the grave sites and burying all those bodies?
Yeah.
Seems like a nice enough guy.
Yeah, didn't accept any food.
He talked to the Grandmaster for a little bit as well.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I kind of watched it from afar, and, they had their conversation, and then they went different ways. That's about it.
How's Vanessa?
He looks down. I don't know. He's not accounted for right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Everything's falling apart.
Yeah. And everyone else in the room, you immediately notice that since he's walked in, this is the first time he's not been running his mouth like a fucking chainsaw. Like, he just becomes hard to speak.
Elias is going to take a big hookah rip.
Yep. So, yeah. If you end up seeing her while you're out there in the world, be sure to send her back here, please.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Excuse me for a moment.
Yeah.
And Elias, he opens a window.
Yep.
And just, puts his head through and falls out of it.
The Genasi turns back to all of you and goes, he does that all the time. Most of the time, he's okay.
The stairs are too small.
Yeah. Slow
I just
fall,
fucked
you're
up or
fine.
need to jump out the window.
Depression will do that to you, boy.
Jeez.
Nah, he'll be okay, probably.
Ugh, my spleen.
Yeah, he's fine. He recovers really quickly. I forgot to fall slowly. But anyways, so all of y'all are taking on the Trials of the Green, hey? Just the 5 of you?
Well, no, there's one other person who's, she went to the meditation chambers.
Ah. Oh, that's going to be uncomfortable for her. Jonesy's in there right now. And we're going to pan on over to you, Gabriella. Because the goddamn party
What
split
do you
itself.
mean?
Or sorry,
Glacies.
Glacies. I'm sorry. Goddamn, too many G's.
How many times have you done that so far?
All of it. So. Yep, go ahead. You step inside, and the first thing you notice is this wide open chamber that has rows of pillows all set up. A small, knee-high table set in the very center in front of all of those pillows. And there's a little bit of incense burning. And one individual who appears to be human, kneeling down, about 2 rows back, in very deep meditation.
Lacey's gonna take out her pillow of fluffiness.
It's a good, expensive pillow.
Yeah, we
Far superior to
Okay.
these pillows.
put it down, sit on it, and start meditating. She's just gonna keep repeating, there is no emotion, there is peace, there is no ignorance, there is knowledge, there is no passion, there is serenity, there is no chaos, there is harmony, there is no death, there is Vienna. And it's just gonna keep going back and forth.
You fucking Jedi.
I was about to say, I know that from somewhere and I cannot tell.
So, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
I'm going to say disadvantage because you are a very disturbed individual with a lot of heightened emotions. Your response upon seeing somebody is
Public roll disadvantage. 13.
Alright. As you keep repeating that to yourself, you feel the other person is looking at you, but every time like you open your eyes and you look at him, he's not moving. He's just sitting there, breathing and exhaling. And then you go back into your meditation, and then you feel like he's looking at you, so you check again. It's not. This time you drop, fake like you're in meditation, then you snap again, and he's not looking, and it just keeps distracting you. Around the 4th or 5th time of you being like this, you hear him go, "Hey, are you alright?"
She's gonna say louder. There is no ignorance. There is knowledge.
Oh,
There is no
there's lots of ignorance.
There is no passion. There is serenity.
There's a lot of passion.
I'm trying to meditate. There is no chaos.
I mean, have you seen the world?
There is harmony.
I can agree with that one, yeah.
There is no death. There is fear now.
There's a lot of death.
Not for me.
You can't die?
I'll just come back somewhere and
Well, if you can't
Bro.
die, how can you live?
there is no emotion.
That sounds like a really shitty life to live. I don't think you should pursue that.
Okay, you know what? Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. Vienna shall free me.
Again, you fucking Jedi.
Now you're a Sith. That's more reasonable for you.
I thought
Yes,
that
I
was
know
a great
damn.
set, I
Sith
think.
code.
You're gonna get us demonetized by the worst NC of them all.
Disney. Our Lord and Savior, Disney Christ. Thank you.
Our Lord and Savior, Walt.
Thank you, Carl. I appreciate somebody appreciating that joke as much as I do.
Does that one
Disney
work better
Christ.
for you? Is that meditation better?
No. I'd rather say things that are true and honest. I mean,
There-
what are you
can-
meditating for? Have you ever
Usually-
meditated before? I mean, you seem pretty bad at it. You're not supposed to sit. When you sit, you're not focused. You're more relaxed and relinquished. You gotta kneel so that you're more attentive. And that soft of a pillow is going to be terrible on your knees. You might as well be kneeling on the floor directly. And then you start getting red and scrape marks on your knees. It's really uncomfortable. I really don't think you should be doing it. Well, I'm Jonesy, by the way.
Is there anything I could do, like a meditation check? Like, I don't know what
Wisdom
you roll.
saving
Saving
throw.
throw.
You already did it.
Damn it.
Now you need to work through the steps the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
You've never meditated before, have you?
No.
Well, come over here. Sit by me. I'll teach you.
Okay.
Are you
Yeah,
going to
let's
keep
do it.
using the fluffy pillow?
She wants to use a fluffy pillow. It's her pillow.
All right. He reaches his hand over. Jonesy,
Lacey's.
good to meet you. Do you shake his hand?
She does that thing where you like just grab it like that and then stop.
Yeah, just grab and stop. Just no. Touch second gone.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You're a little uncomfortable. That's fine. It takes a while for people to come here. Hey, the first things first. He hands you a joint.
There is no emotion. There is peace.
No, this brings the peace. Trust me,
I
it
don't
helps
think-
tremendously.
I don't think Lacey's is gonna do that. She's gonna pull out a thing of dice. I gamble.
Does gambling bring you peace?
Yes.
Are you
Very
sure?
much
It
so.
seems like it would bring a lot of stress. You immediately have flashbacks to every encounter of you running out of every casino in all of Zodiac. Stress
I've
is kind
actually-
of a word.
So no, because ever since I took because we had to re-roll it a second time because of the friggin' gambler feat.
Yeah.
So it ended well.
It ended okay, but there was a lot of times that you ran away with Nobu because he was still shit at it.
Oh yeah, no, we did fail.
Yeah,
Lost
horribly.
all his money.
So, like, this is how we channel our peace here. But if you want to do that, we can do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. I don't know. The Grand Masters like to do it this way.
I'm following the teachings of Fierna.
Oh, that's sweet. Who's Fierna?
Oh, and this is gonna be a very long conversation.
Is it Ferna or Fierda? Fierner? Freener.
It's Ferna,
Fern.
goddess of the ferns.
Fern. I like that name. It's a cool name. No. You just can't roll well on your intimidation check. He goes,
Literally
do you
the
have
best part
something
about
in
this
your
game.
eye as your eye's twitching? Do you have something in your eye?
I'm gonna get back to meditating now.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm helping you with. Just sit down here. Just sit down. Sit down. It's cool, cool. Kneel. All right. What brings you happiness? What is a happy thought you have? Something that doesn't involve any other person.
Doesn't involve other people.
Yeah. Something you enjoy that doesn't involve anybody else for any reason.
Just gonna think over bugs.
You look down at your shoes. Really? I mean, they look really nice. I mean, those look
They're
pretty
the winter
expensive.
edition.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Good choice for this weather. Are they absorbent?
Sometimes.
It seems really uncomfortable. And if you got sweaty feet, that would suck.
Can I intimidate again?
But anyways, all right, those bring you happiness?
Hear me, I have 20 feet.
Well, focus on them. Why do they bring you happiness? Why do they bring you peace of mind and calmness and stillness, despite anybody else? What is it about them that makes you so happy? You figure that out and you focus on that. And once you recognize that feeling, you just focus on that while kneeling and getting everything else away from your mind. Accepting that feeling without the need of an object. And that's how you meditate. Once your mind's perfectly clear and serene, you can look into yourself for the guidance that you need.
She's gonna look down at her Uggs and close her eyes, then start saying the same mantra she's been saying the whole time.
So you're not giving it a try?
I mean, well, from what you described, all I could think of for that would be like brand name, label, better than everyone.
Which involves other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't really work.
So you have to find something else that brings her happiness that does not involve other people.
Gambling involves other people.
Yeah.
I'm like reading through her thing right now.
Oh, yeah. So this process is going to take you a good 2 hours. Elias,
So-
you've just landed outside heavily, twisting your ankle slightly, but you're fine.
Eventually, I'll come back to the monastery.
The main building, I'm assuming? Or are you going meditating?
Me
At this point,
Yeah, you.
meditating.
Okay. So instead, Grim slams the door open. Oh, hey there.
She's not bothering you, is she?
No, not at all. I enjoy the company.
It's quite the opposite.
You hear out back. Oh, Elias, is that you? Hey, Elias. This is Jonesy. He's known as the most annoying person on this entire campus.
I
Figured that out fast.
Elias is upside down, like his shoulders are like used as a platform of sorts to hold himself upright, or rather downright.
Hey, how you been, buddy? Come on in. Well, I'm just
How
teaching
are
your friend
you?
how to meditate.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How
trying.
did you
What?
How do you do that?
manage to stay here and
Oh.
everyone else is gone?
Oh, no, I went out and then I came back.
I have
How?
another hour to kill until,
No one wanted to kill me.
That's highly unlikely.
Well, I mean, when I ran into a battalion of the Leo soldiers almost immediately. When they all caught me, I began telling them a few of my stories. You know what I do, man. And I handed them a pocket of our shisha. It's really good. And then while we were all getting higher than a fucking kite, they started torturing this little goblin person. So I killed them all. After that, I just came back.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's great. None of them know how to fight when they're high.
you say they were torturing people?
They were torturing a little goblin. Yeah. I didn't like it. Not really my bag of tea, you know? But here, Elias, maybe you can help her a bit more. I'm trying to explain to her how to meditate, but she keeps repeating all this gibberish that doesn't make any sense.
That's fair enough for you.
Yeah. How about you? You want me to help you, buddy? Here, come sit down. Kneel. He points at one of the pillows. Kneel.
Yeah. I kneel in my half plate.
It's really...
Sleep
Okay, you kind of like shift into position, and you're like there.
Yep.
Moving
There's
is going to
a
be very...
thud on the ground.
Do you want to take that shit off, man? Get a little more relaxed?
I haven't taken this off since I've been dorming in it.
It might relax you. Actually, on second thought, it might really smell. Keep it on.
I do not smell.
Highly unlikely. Everybody
The
shits.
only
stinks.
odor that comes from my body
is brimstone.
is a scent of moss.
Oh, damn. I thought you were going to say, oh yeah, moss. I thought you were going to say brimstone. I smell like brimstone.
I expected
There's
brimstone,
just this
not
like
moss.
slight scent of moss.
Yeah, always emanating around you. Well then, sit down, find something that brings you joy, that does not require any person to be involved with it. Focus
And I
on that.
just clench onto my necklace
Oh,
because inside of it is my original ashes.
Technically, no, it's nobody else.
nobody
That's
else.
Also, original ashes. I don't like where this is going.
So,
Well, there's a way to come back alive.
give me
In
a.
hell.
As you kneel down there, give me a wisdom saving throw, straight.
Three.
You remember
And
this.
I'm going to go ahead and use Indomitable.
Okay, good call. Good call.
7.
You just can't find that peace inside of you right now. Can't find it. The situation is not going how it should be, and that infuriates you. Even though you understand it, and you understand why it's not going your way, it still is so fucking infuriating. So you keep trying and trying and trying and trying, to no avail.
Grim, I have a chant for you if you want to try that.
Chants don't really help that much, honestly, but hey, if it helps you, help yourself, man.
Also, I figured out mine. It's quiet, so I'm going to need you to be quiet.
Ah, okay, I'll be quiet. And he just keeps staring at you.
You know
Sure.
what? I'm just going to cast silence on top of.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
A perfect silence befalls the area as
Okay,
he continues trying to talk to you.
That way I
Elias.
can meditate in peace.
That works perfect, actually. 'cause-
Elias, who's still outside, like looking at all this. Who's yeah. He's currently like looking at everything, and is still muttering to himself, which none of you can hear.
I just
How the
I
fuck
look
is
at
he the only one left?
Elias and I just message him. Get me in an hour so I can offer the next batch salvation.
The corpses?
No, the living ones before their corpses. Basically, get me in 45 minutes so I can go back on duty.
Oh. Elias is going to roll backwards and basically stick the landing, so to speak.
Alright.
Alright.
As you sit there for 45 minutes, what are you doing in the meantime, Elias?
It's gonna find the kitchen.
Okay. Main building. Second room on the left. Everything is set up perfectly, clean and kept. Obviously, nobody has gone out of their ways to make and prepare a large meal since you left. However, they have maintained the quality and the cleanliness of this kitchen.
Elias takes out his crock pot, puts it on the heater, and he's gonna put in water, go out for a bit, collect berries, and he's gonna put 2 berries, but not 3.
Which
He's
two?
gonna put the sour and the dry one, which is not a combination you want usually. And he is going to take out something that he came across. I think it's technically considered subsection of a baking soda. It's for solidifying.
Oh god. So you're using gunpowder. Cool.
Well, not
Spicy.
really. Well, you know.
Extra spicy.
Yeah. Now, I'm making sour and dry, solidified. Then I'm going to chop and mince up the rest of the spicy ones. And I've basically made tofu out of it. And I know you're judging me.
Tofu's fucking disgusting.
No, I say basically because it's like the basic shape.
Right.
So it's the bits of the final piece
Ah, okay.
in the sour and dry solidified, so it evens out.
Gotcha.
And he's gonna come back out after 45 minutes. And he's gonna look at him. Have you moved?
Me?
No, I have not.
Glacies, have you moved?
No, she actually took his advice and focused on the quiet.
He's gonna take out a platter of 3, leave it by the entrance of the way. He's gonna start climbing up the stairs again to the hookah room.
Mm-hmm.
Leave 6. No, it's 5 because I'm not there still. Of course. We have 6 members of the party.
Yes.
4 of them are up there,
Yes.
plus 1. I'm leaving that with them. I go back down to where Mink is. Give her 1. And then I sit down with Jackal and have 1 with him.
Alrighty. In the meantime, before you get to the point where you're sitting down with Jackal, Jackal walks back into the building, undetected by anybody, and stands at the top of the stairway, looking at Gabriella, Nobu, and Lucian, high out of your minds. And the moment he makes himself known, you watch as the Genasi individual immediately quiets and just looks down and bows his head. Good day. I see you are all participating in some of our recreational activities.
Yes, the atmosphere here is very, very nice.
That is good. I am happy for you. Tell me, are you the brother in possession of the stone your father protected?
No, I'm not.
Lucian, are you?
No. That was Gravitas.
Okay. Yeah. That is good. So, has he made you knowledgeable about these other stones, their significance, what us praetors do for them? Roll me a
No.
history check on that word, praetor. Gabriella, you can participate in this as well.
They're all high as a kite.
Yeah. Yo, that helps you focus, if anything. Disadvantage on dex saves and dex ability checks, but you're good on wisdom and intelligence.
And con save not to eat anything.
When I made my save, I'm not super baked.
No, you're
Keeping my
you're
wits about me.
chilling. So it doesn't sound familiar. It sounds a level of familiar to you, Lucian, but neither of you know what it is. But he did ask you his question.
No, I have not. I was not aware of any of this. My father never told me. I kind of came across this information accidentally that he was protecting one, and by the time I figured that out, my brother had taken it or helped others take it.
Those of us in charge of these relics of the past are referred to as Praetor. We are the protectors of this plane of existence. We seek to be sure that no matter what happens, this plane continues, no matter the sacrifice. If your father is no longer suitable to protect, he needs a successor. Is that your
Well,
response?
Well, I'm not sure if he thought my brother was worthy of that, and that's how he found out about it. I honestly don't know.
Your brother is the thief, correct?
Well, he took it from where it was, and he has it now. I don't know if you can steal something that is yours. If my father gave it to him. I don't know.
I have known your father since we were both boys. I assure you, he could see through bullshit better than most. Sometimes even myself.
That's true.
He had an eye for people's weaknesses in who they are. Always did. I appreciated that about him. I don't know if you remember me. Some 60 years ago, I came by your family estate. You were still a young boy.
Nothing seems to jog my memory. There's, a lot of people moving through the tavern, and I was mostly just focusing on my studies and whatnot.
I was the one your father threw out of the building. I came to him with a warning some years ago. Something that the seer told me that he did not appreciate. It said his sons would be the destruction of all of Zodiac. And I begged him to send you both to my monastery. He did not appreciate my words and did not accept my wisdom. Do you understand what a seer is?
Well, given that you said she gave you a cryptic prediction of the future, I would guess it's some sort of oracle or someone who has divining capabilities.
Between everybody and every action and everything that exists, there is a thread. If you could look past the material plane, you could see this thread intertwining between everybody. Of course, most people can never see into that. A seer is somebody who can look at the threads and translate what they lead to, where different fates lead to. and she told me the elven boys of one of the praetors will seek the destruction of all of Zodiac. One from hatred, and one for self-perseverance. In doing so, they will bring about a catastrophe that will ruin this realm to the point where we will no longer exist. Quite ominous, honestly.
Yeah, and it does seem to describe what my brother is trying to do.
Which one is he? Is he the one seeking to destroy this realm for his own perseverance, or out of hatred?
I think it's the hatred.
Then you are the one who wants to be perseverant.
Well, I want to continue to, with my studies and my adventures.
That is unfortunate. You cannot destroy ambition. You can destroy hatred. He looks over at you, Gabriella. And what is one touched by the old ones doing here?
What does that mean?
Gotta move your mic down, I can't really hear you. There we go.
What does that mean?
Do you not know?
No.
Your bloodline, your essence, your lineage, is attached to an old, forgotten being that does not exist here, but exists elsewhere.
Like the beach?
I do not understand.
Well, I talked to her when I was at the beach.
Her?
Yeah.
What was she like?
She's very nice. She really likes beautiful things, and especially in nature.
It seems we are lucky then that you were born of that old one instead of others.
Oh, there's others?
Many.
Oh.
The pantheon here on Zodiac are insignificant and minor by comparison of the old gods. They exist and flourish in other faraway lands, not this one.
I already knew the gods of this land were insignificant.
They are. By the standards of us mortals, they are far superior, of course. However,
Nope, that's where you lost me.
physically they are superior. More resilient,
again.
more powerful.
Nope.
How so?
Any of us can gain the power to stop them.
How so?
Training,
Really?
and sometimes it's a collective power.
I would concede that to you. Collectively, mortal kind is far superior to the Zodiac gods.
That I agree with.
But, as far as the old ones go, they gain their power through the masses of everybody that knows them, that seeks them, as old gods do. What is your sin?
My sin?
Of course, everybody has one.
I don't know. We've been talking about hate a lot, and I bear a lot of hate in my heart for Leo. But I'm very aware of it.
But why do you hate? Is that the defining feature of who you are?
I wouldn't say it defines me. I think I'm more defined by my passion to help people.
What do you view yourself as?
A light in dark places for people that don't have one.
So arrogance is your sin.
Perhaps.
He looks over at you, Lucian. Thoughts?
Well, in the time I've known her, yes. She's a bit arrogant. But she's also very powerful.
That usually does lead to arrogance, yes. Everybody suffers from it. And I'm sorry, this guy's slowly gotten more and more Russian. Let me get back to where he was. I'm very sorry for that, but everybody has their own sin in their heart. Ambition, arrogance. Looks out the window. Envy. There's lots of people with lots of sin. I can smell the hatred on your group the moment you walk through here. All of you, pursuing whatever it is you want to do out of hate. Not just for good, though you can certainly tell yourselves that. The Valley will not accept you if you hate. And if you try walking down it before you have relinquished that, you will die. Lucian, you need to listen to me closely.
Yes.
At the end of the valley, Vita sits with 3 guardians, 2 celestial beings of power far superior to that of any of ours. They dwarf us. And then the seer, a mortal woman granted the purpose of protecting it for all of time. She was granted this by one of the old gods.
So we can't visit the seer unless we pass beyond the celestial guardians?
That is correct. And if those guardians sense that you have hatred towards what lies past them, they will not give you an opportunity to speak. They will kill you, as is their duty and sole purpose. As would I if you did not come here with Elias.
Well, thank you for this information.
He nods. Grabs the hookah from you, Gabriella, assuming that you are probably the most greedy of the bunch and has been, like, really pounding it, just, yeah! And just, very small. Good day. Starts heading downstairs. So? Gabriella, how long do you, or Gabriella and Grim, how long do the two of you expect to stay meditating?
I said 45 minutes.
Glacies, god damn it! So 45 minutes, you go do your other round.
Yeah, because I know every hour they come, so
Yes.
I want to grant them the ability to surrender / repent /
You
seek forgiveness.
you try this. And a
Because
couple
I'm
of...
willing to stabilize them.
Right. You've tried. These individuals seem to be... Roll an insight check, actually.
14.
These people are brainwashed. They zealously follow the commands, thinking that this is what they need to do and this is their purpose in life. That this will bring them a higher status in life. They don't think for themselves. They are...
Is there any way to cleanse that brainwashing?
Years and years of teaching. It has been instilled into their minds. It's not magical. It's bred into them through heritage. You recognize this as something that happens in hell very commonly. People born under specific gods or under specific devils will worship them to the point of toxicity.
Yeah.
It's very common, but these people seem to have been brainwashed and bred into serving Leo.
Thankfully, my first death helped break that bond.
Correct. And who knows, maybe this death will help them. But
And I give them, for every single one, I give them a honorable burial. With their armor, with their weapons, in the dirt, outside. Which my second favorite weapon that I'm bonded with is a shovel.
makes sense, actually. So, Gabrielle Glacies.
Eventually the silence drops, because it's only an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna put the silence back up. I'm gonna use it. I forgot I had that spell.
You picked all of the I'm stealthy spells, and you
Yeah,
never
I know,
used them.
I mean, I use friggin' Pass Without a Trace all the time. It's
Oh,
like
fuck yeah,
one
it's an amazing spell.
super useful.
Plus
Yeah,
10
gonna-
to all of the heavy people? Great.
Yeah, the second the silence goes down, just putting it back up.
Alrighty.
And
Roll me
I'm
another
just-
wisdom save. Oh, continue. What were you saying?
I'm
Say it before you
staying there
roll.
I'm staying there until somebody actually gets me. Like, she has nothing else to do.
But
Well,
yeah,
there is.
I tell the that next batch, as they're about to pass through, I hope your death brings honor to those you hold dear to. I know the torments that is steals inside of you, and maybe in death and rebirth, those chains and shackles will be broken.
Alrighty. Noted down. Glacies. You're not sure how much time goes by. But eventually, you almost feel yourself drifting off to sleep. But you're fully aware of your surroundings and you can control what you are doing, though you feel your body is not moving, your mind is projecting outwards. You look around and you've created a perfect standing ground. A very cold, frigid arena surrounding you. Still here. No wind. No guidance. No direction. Just this ever-encompassing, large, empty arena surrounding you. You feel your mind is trying to teach you something. What would you like to do?
I don't know. I was trying to meditate. I guess you keep meditating. Like, just
Well, you feel as though your meditation has brought you to the depths of your subconscious. Now you have to explore it.
hello. Does it echo?
It does.
Oh, I love it.
And you hear, up, sitting on a throne, is this human woman leaning on her hands, staring down at you, legs crossed in a perfect, tight, fluffy white jacket and bugs. The person you always project yourself to be. Explore and learn.
Yeah. Immediately knew it was her.
Hello.
She's like awestruck.
Hi.
Hi.
I am way prettier than I thought.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Honestly, though, you could have given me a little bit better hair. She starts like tying it back and like putting it up in a messy bun.
I have horns. They don't go away. I've tried.
Oh, that's fine. They accent your face very well. Well, what'd you come here for?
I didn't expect to find anyone else in here.
You didn't. You found me.
It's very confusing.
What? This is your mind. Who else would be filling your mind but you? Come on now.
Here?
Nah, that bitch doesn't control this place.
Whoa. I don't think she'd like that.
So, we're allowed to say it. We're in here, not out there. Glacey's entire consciousness shatters.
Yeah.
I can talk shit.
Mind blown.
So,
Yeah, like-
why'd you come here? You want to
I don't
gamble?
know. Yes.
Oh, come
Yes.
on up. And she just like, she gestures for you to come up and you watch as like a staircase kind of builds up to that platform. Just as you're walking, it builds.
Yes, this is a nice place.
She leans back on the throne and goes, oh no, you have to have one too. And the throne pulls up behind you and scoots you over to a table that's already laid up with loaded dice for both of you.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Who can
How long
cheat
have
more?
you been here?
I don't know. Now?
Ooh, yeah, that's what I would have responded.
I mean, I kind of just like started being here when you brought me here.
Was it the chanting? I think it was the chanting.
Oh god, that chanting was so annoying. But the silence was nice. God, it's so rare to be quiet.
Yeah.
Everyone here's so loud. She goes and starts playing dice with you.
I don't know what I'd say to myself to be.
It's the difficulty of this. Welcome to high-level gameplay. Existential crisis. Rogues choose this crisis at level 3 when they choose to go assassin.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they do the opposite of what I have to do.
Yeah.
What do you think of everyone? I'd like your opinion.
My
on our
opinion?
group. Yes, your opinion.
Lucian's kind of hot, but he has that, like, I don't know, he's kind of like
He's got a lot of dead
a
skin.
lot of dead skin, yeah. Not to mention, like, he seems so self-conscious. You know, like, you can't really read him, and you can't help but to think, like, that's just who he is. Like, he doesn't want to be read because he's scared of what people will think about him. Like, fuck it, dude, just be you.
I like that answer.
Gabrielle is kind of a bitch.
She has split ends, and her neck doesn't match her face.
She has no split ends. And her
I
neck
like
is
thinking
perfectly
that.
sculpted to her face.
I just like
Honestly, I am
thinking that.
super envious of that body. Like, that is, I don't, like, why
I don't
would...
like this line of conversation anymore. Let's change people.
You asked me, I'm just giving you your answer.
Oh.
She is physically superior. Like, I don't understand why she had to be created like that. Like, whoever did that just was being a fucking bitch. Making everyone else feel bad about themselves, goddamn. And you know, we don't even have 2% body fat. Why the fuck do we feel self-conscious about that?
I I don't know.
Why are we self-conscious? Seriously. Like, have you looked at us? We're fucking hot. Not to mention, we are definitely the most powerful people in this entire group. Like, let's not even kid ourselves. We could kill any one of them in a one-on-one fight. Let's be real.
In a one-on-one fight, yes.
Yeah. But I kind of like them. They're nicer than everybody else that we've met. Kind of stick up for us, you know? Even when, well,
I don't
I
think one
might
of
be
them
a
knows my
little
last name.
mean.
I don't think one of them knows my last name.
I don't think we ever told them.
We didn't. I just like to do that.
I like that. That's good. You can use that and hold that against them.
And I 100% know.
Yeah, we definitely should. Keep that on record. Yeah. None of you. Oh yeah, I like that a lot, definitely. You gotta throw the hit behind it too, you know? But like, in all honesty, I kinda like them. They're a good group, they got your back, they'll keep a watch out for us. I mean, we're allowed to sleep around them, and that's a first.
I could sleep.
Yeah, but not around everybody. Some of them would not fuck with us out of fear, but they seem to not do it because they kind of like us.
We should have killed that dragon.
I think we made the right call. We are going to kill that dragon. We're absolutely going to kill that dragon. When we're ready. But I think we made the right call. Yeah, I always make the right call. I miss the turtle.
I miss Nero.
Me too. Well, is there anything you want to discuss?
Talking to myself, that's his form of insanity.
Oh god, no. We are not capable of being insane, let's be honest. I mean, who's better company than us, right?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Fierna.
You
Belial.
you don't have to say that. You don't have to say that here. I hate some of the things Fierna makes me do.
And reality breaks.
I do. I mean,
I think this is the point she turns away.
800
Right.
years ago, when they sent us after the big red one, we had 40 people in that group behind us. Only 5 of them trained how to use a weapon. I mean, it was our first mission, for Christ's sakes. The first one we were sent to kill. And she sent all the other ones to be used as fodder.
That was their job, it was their duty.
Yeah, was. But you remember before we started following in line, we wanted to keep them safe. We wanted to show them how to survive and train them. But when they all died, we settled on acceptance.
You can't save everyone. I think that was the lesson she wanted me to learn.
Don't you
Like
miss
anyone.
trying? I don't feel good about what we do. I feel triumphant. I feel powerful. I feel scary. And that's nice. I like that part. But
Through power, we gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken, and Fierna shall free me.
But fear is keeping us chained.
Born with a chain. Alright.
If we can't break ours, maybe we can start helping others to break theirs. We've been around long enough. We know how to play this
where
game.
It becomes a chaotic alignment.
Yeah. We've been around long enough. We know what we're doing. We're better than them. We don't care about the weak. The weak don't fucking matter. But, like, those that could be strong. We could look out for them. And obliterate the ones that chain them.
I don't like this line of thought. Just gonna say, like,
I'm talking about the gods. The gods have theirs chained. So many mortals chained. And they have, what? 100 years to live? I don't know. How long does a fucking mortal live? It doesn't matter.
about 15 when they're near me.
True, true. Well, when they get on our bad side. Which is most sides, honestly. But the gods have them all chained. If we break the gods, we break that chain. I want to feel good about what we do again. Don't you?
Yes,
Good.
I do.
She lifts the cup up where you see she rolled all sixes.
20! And then lifts it all sixes.
We're so good at cheating, and she gives you a high five. And as soon as your hands clap together, you break out of your concentration with Elias placing a small plate in front of you. Elias, you've seen that look before. She was meditating.
Elias looks at her, takes out a tiny candle, sticks it in the jelly, lights it. Congrats. You've meditated.
She's got a nod.
Full-blown
Thank you.
existential crisis on her face. Just... So, as you come to the shining realization of what your mind has been trying to beg you for so long, and everybody else probably begins their process of processing who they are and what their purpose is. We will pick up again next week with Grim making his wisdom save to see if he found any type of self-guidance. But in the meantime, everybody out there in D&D land, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Players, I missed you guys. This is a really fun game. It was a good time. Sorry the party split 3 ways and we had to do it this way, but we're good now. So, we'll see you all around. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Goodbye.